What if we kiss on the Death Rider's nail bed? Hello, welcome to the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. I am Jay, and I've just ruined everything for everyone. How are we all doing, guys? We all excited to talk about All In?
So I've just eaten a Marmite pizza, and that's the most upsetting thing that's happened all day.
What if we kissed on the Death Rider's nail bed?
The other thing I was going to do was pretend I'd woken up from like a coma and ask if CM Punk was still the AEW World Champion or that nightmare was over.
I'm so glad that you didn't say that.
So I thought I'd do the slower one the shorter one because we'll be here all
night. I need that on a
night.
T-shirt now.
Guys, I had a horrible dream that CM Punk did a show in Saudi Arabia.
I've got some bad news for you there, Ben. He's still wiping the blood away from his mouth. Anyway, we are here to talk about AEW All In. I am Jay, joined as always by Ben, Faye, and Ollie, who's pretty much a regular part of the podcast now. How are we?
We over the years we've basically lost Aaron to like video games, but we've acquired Faye and now Ollie, which is I'd say that's an added value. We're at a net positive right now.
I mean, Ollie definitely contributes a lot more in talking about wrestling than Aaron, who just like if it's not a death match or if it's got women and gets upset. So
I will say, go and watch his magnum opus, which is him and Ryan doing a watch along with Kevin and Perry Go.
Yeah,
because that's the best.
That is legitimate cinema.
That is genuinely one of my favorite things I've seen him do on the podcast.
And the spring break, I love that too. That was so fun.
I'm just going to address the elephant in the room before we start. Yes, me and Jay are wearing the same shirt. We both got...
We're shirt brothers?
Yeah. Promise you'll never follow another rule.
I'll never follow another rule.
We both got our old league crates this week. If you've not got yours yet, spoiler, this is one of the shirts. It's awesome.
Yeah. There's plenty of other things as well. You'll probably see me. I wore this
outside the house today. That's how good a wrestling shirt it is.
I wore this to work. I don't think... I was nervous about wearing the other one to work.
Like, because I had a scantily dressed woman on it.
Yes, and I didn't want people to just look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? It didn't feel like appropriate office attire, whereas asking whose house it is seemed like it was somewhat appropriate office attire.
I mean, that's a question you might ask in the office.
Whose house?
Yeah, we're conducting a series of investigations. Whose house should we target?
And the
answer...
answer...
if I could wear that in my shirt in my work, it would be relevant to my job.
Would Swerve's house the Hangman burned down? Would that be a tax write-off?
I believe it probably is a tax write-off for AEW, but also I don't know enough about taxes to be able to answer that question. Especially American taxes, because I don't think they know anything about it either.
I don't think most Americans know. Based on the blind panic that happens at the start of April every year, I don't think many Americans know about tax.
They sure don't.
Because for the most part, we just all our tax gets paid by our employer throughout the year, and it's just all done as like. So they write to your employer and they tell you this is how much tax you need to pay, and they take it off your pay slip and it just goes out. But in America, apparently, you've got to do all that throughout the year, and then you've got to save up the money and then just pay it yourself. That's
outrageous. What an antiquated system we have in America.
If you are say in financial difficulty or have poor impulse control or are not good with finances and just spend all of your wages what normal people do,
I'll be
you get boned in April. You owe 10 grand to the government or some shit, and then off you go.
I'll be fucked. Anyway, let's talk about wrestling.
As Futurama Richard Nixon says, you can spend a weekend with the Pain Monster.
So yeah, we had only 7 hours of wrestling on Saturday. It wasn't that bad.
Well, no, it was more than that.
I mean, if you count the first hour of the 0 hour where nothing happened, but a really amazing yet awkward interview that Renee and Mox did in their car, which was the most surreal thing I've seen, but also the best thing I've seen.
You did have Jeff Jarrett and Paul White with the whiteboard as well, talking about Texas death matches.
As if it's a multi-level marketing scheme.
Literally was they were trying to explain a Ponzi scheme.
It was that. So that board was previously presumably the pitch board for Global Force Gold.
God, I hope so.
It's now on a T-shirt as well.
God,
you can
I hope so.
Buy it on a T-shirt.
I will be buying several of them to go with my my other thing that come in the crate that I'm going to wait for. Not say so Faye can find out. Completely unrelated. Anyway, so first match we had. I'm just going to breeze through 0 hour because there wasn't much going on.
Whoa, no.
I know.
Well, in the first match anyway.
Yeah, all right.
We had the Sons of Texas defeating Shane Taylor Promotions because if anybody has creative control in AEW, it's Dustin Rhodes in Texas. More on that later.
Well, they had to sort of like get this out the way, didn't they? Because it became apparent during the pre-show, Adam Cole wasn't cleared to wrestle, and so they stuck Dustin and Sammy into the TNT title match to make it a four-way. With Daniel Garcia was also there, so basically they must have just turned up to Dustin and Sammy and be like, "Yo, you're wrestling twice tonight. Off you go. Don't get hurt."
Yeah. This was
you're both from Texas. You can get 2 crowd pops tonight, right?
So this was set up like on a whim on ROH the night before. Anthony Ogogo come back and made the save for Shane Taylor Promotions, and then the Sons of Texas like had a big brawl with them. Last time Anthony Ogogo was that close to a Rhodes, Cody ended racism, so good for him.
He did get anchored as well by newly signed AEW trainer Kevin Von Erich.
He did. Yeah, it was good to see Shane Taylor though. I do like Shane Taylor.
He's just great, isn't he?
He's just awesome. Just a massive guy who just throws people around and moves far too fast for a guy his size. But yeah, Sons of Texas shockingly won this match.
Who could have seen this coming? It's nice to see the Von Erichs. I was complaining, wasn't I, on Tom Clark's podcast that like they didn't do anything with them, but apparently one of them got really badly hurt.
Yeah, I think one of them only got cleared like not that long ago.
In a perfect world, I think you would have sort of built these guys up to have like a big tag match on the main card over like the course of a year.
Yeah,
because it would have blown the retractable roof off the stadium.
Yeah, they also had Dustin's 2 nephews at ringside, Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes.
They are massive lads.
They're big lads, aren't they?
Christ. I thought Sting's boys were big, and then these guys make Sting's boys look like
Nat has boys. A perfectly normal reaction to all of these men. It was so funny.
I was gonna say they definitely got Dustin's genes, didn't they?
Yeah.
Built like brick shit houses, a lot of them. Next up, we'll go to Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration. With Big Justice and the Rizzler at ringside against the Don Callis family, which was Hechicero, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta. Big talking point of this match was Trent pushing over Big Justice.
Yeah,
so funny.
Trent hitting a child, basically.
I was like, we were watching it, and I was like, go on, just spark out Rocky, and then Trent just come in and fucking pushed them over. I was like, oh my god.
Trent did say on Twitter, didn't he, the other day? He said, yeah, if he was my son, I would feed him a no-treat diet, or so I would strike the child.
I would smack him about a bit.
He would strike the child. What an absolute scumbag.
And then Big Justice delivering one of the best spears all weekend.
Yeah. Although there was one later in the show that I was like, oh, fucking hell, where did that come from?
Right.
But yeah, Big Justice like killed Trent with a spear. Lucha Blog was just tweeting about how excited they were that Hechicero and Big Boom AJ were in the same ring. This is truly what it's like when worlds collide.
And can I say that I called it that Rocky was taking the pin? Because obviously he was.
There was nobody else in this match who had any right taking that pin. I could have told you that, like, in fact, even before they even announced the match, when it was just Big Boom AJ like calling them out, I was like, well, Rocky's eating that pin. Doesn't matter what the match is, Rocky's there to eat the pin.
We need to talk about the most important part as well, which was before the match, Ishii bestowed a cowboy hat onto the Rizzler.
He did.
That was so sweet.
Officially passing the torch. The Rizzler is the new Stone Pitbull.
Yeah, he is. Also, Kyle O'Reilly was so overexcited in this entrance. It was like he'd had like a load of purple jelly babies before he came down to the ring.
I just love I put this on a Discord. So Kyle O'Reilly's like music video comes on, like intro video comes on, and his music comes on, and it's just like violent artist, and it's like dead serious, like it's a video of him doing all these like punches and stuff, and then he just comes out with like his big gurning face, doing like fucking Riz face, and it's like what an absolute lunatic.
He literally was doing the Rizlith pose like the entire way down the ramp. An absolute lunatic of a man.
I love him. He's oh my god, he's incredible.
Yeah, this was just exactly what it needed to be, just all the silly bollocks. Probably the most the biggest threat to Big Boom AJ's streak so far was the Don Callis family. If they're not cowards, they'll book him against Trent in a singles match next time.
Big Justice on a pole match.
Yes. Will the Rizzler run the blade? That's what we need. That's what we
He's
need to know.
Only in Arena Mexico.
Only in Arena Mexico. And then finally on the pre-show we had FTR against the Outrunners. Wasn't as good as the first match that they had on Collision, but still pretty fun. FTR won by basically Big Stoker holding one of the Outrunners' feet. so they couldn't kick out because that's how shoulders work. And yeah, I was pretty
Yeah,
fine
it was
pre-show.
fun.
It was
Wasn't as
it
good as the collision one.
The
did it.
Outrunners are making me pay for saying that they were shit against the Hurt Syndicate
They sure are, Ben.
by putting on some really good matches. So yeah, long may it continue.
It turns out if you dress them like a packet of menthol cigarettes and put them against FTR,
Yeah,
that's the secret sauce.
their gear was inspired by Newport cigarettes.
It was. It was.
I don't know how they got that past like not the censors, it was on pay-per-view, but yeah.
I don't think they've made Newport cigarettes since the 80s, mate, so it's fine. It's not like people are going to go out and buy them.
No, true.
Other menthol cigarettes are available, but do not smoke them. Or do if you smoke. I'm not your dad.
Can you still buy menthols in the States? Because they made them illegal over here, didn't they?
Oh, fuck if I know.
You
Oh
still
yeah,
can, yeah. Like,
they're like the crush ones now, aren't they?
Tobacco expert Ollie there, chiming in.
I only know because I went to the Clock Tower on like a year or two back.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Is that a big menthol cigarette?
I was about to say,
No,
like,
I
does
just
that-
thought no, but I just know, but I just ended
A
up.
lot of menthols getting smoked at the Clock Tower Internationals.
what a vibe, though.
To be fair,
Just like
not menthols to be fair, but like cherry cigarillos, so good. Anyway, that's deviating the
Don't smoke,
conversation.
kids.
How else are you gonna one look cool and two create the ambience?
100%. Like, what a vibe. Like, it's like a film noir scene playing Clock Tower.
But yeah, let's get to the
More
main
on that
card.
later.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. Let's get to the main card. Opening match, we had the Ops against the Death Riders. This didn't go super long.
Whoa, no. Death Riders plus Gabe Kidd.
Plus Gabe, he's a fucking Death Rider now. They just swapped one like angry northernish man out for another. Well, no, Nottingham was not really northern, is it?
It's
more
all
like,
the same. Considering Mox had a Newcastle United hat on, it's all the fucking same to him.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mox must think like Blackpool and Newcastle at the same place, mustn't he? Like, they're both on the coast, they're in the north. It's
Yeah.
like it's the same thing.
And Nottingham is also there.
Yeah, I've just got my theory that because Gabe from Nottingham, he's like secretly a massive Warhammer nerd, and him and Claudio just like nerd out on like over lore, and like Wheeler just gets angry and grows his hair more. So you know.
Tasty, do you have a reason why Claudio didn't have his purity seals on his jacket?
No, I noticed this. I just think he's too chicken shit to wear them on the big shows because
Oh,
he wants to look cool.
other than the fact he doesn't deserve them.
Well, yeah.
Other than that, yeah, this didn't go super long. It was about 10 minutes.
14.
14. Yeah, fucking hell. It felt shorter than that. Samoa Joe killed Yuta with a gnarly looking muscle buster.
Fucking best muscle buster he's busted out in
Samoa
a
Joe's
while.
killed you about 9 times in the last 7 days.
He has, and long may it continue. Although it probably won't for a little while because after the match, Claudio put a chair on Joe's head and stomped on it, and Joe's got some media duties for Twisted Metal to do.
It's really cool because, all right, the Death Riders lost. They didn't get the belts back, but their main goal here was to take Joe out so that he couldn't factor in later in the show.
Yeah,
I think I really liked it, like just because of the what they did to Joe by, and again, it kind of like ties into what happens later. Like it puts that threat of, oh crap, they've Pillmanized him and he's on a stretcher. So when it happens later, it's like, oh, like it makes you question how the show is going to end by the end of the night.
And also it neutralized the Ops for the main event, which meant that, well, who's going to help Hangman because they've been like the biggest thorn in the Death Riders side.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just them stacking the deck a little bit, and you know, just tipping the scales in their favor,
It
which
just
is smart.
gave Jay the fear.
It makes sense.
It was fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I thought when I was speaking to you about this, Ben, on Friday, I think it was, I was like, either this is going to open or it's going to be just before the main event, and then they're going to just kind of like take each other out of it. But
this is the opener with a piss break, basically.
Yeah. But they didn't do that. They went absolutely insane for the last like hour and a half of the show.
The most luxury piss break match of all time.
Yeah. Next up we had the men's Casino Gauntlet, which started off with Mark Briscoe and MJF. They were the only two like previously guaranteed people in the match, weren't they, other than Mystico?
They did have like a poster later on or like a splash screen later on, which I think had the likes of Ricochet, Brody, basically all the people that have been in like, you know, like the 4-on-4 tags they've been doing and the 3 trios tags they've been doing. So like they did have like a splash where it's like
was on there, I think.
Yeah, Brody, Takeshita, Ricochet, Mystico. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so they were all in the match.
Would you like the order of the entrance? I've got
Yes,
that if you
please,
want it.
because I
So,
do not have that.
as you said, we had Mark Briscoe and MJF to begin with. Then we had Ricochet repeating his debut, which he debuted last year when we saw them at All In. Bandito, Takeshita, Mystico, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong, Brody King, Smooth Juice Robinson,
Don't like that.
Kota Ibushi, the Beast Morthos, and Max Caster, who didn't actually make it into the ring.
Yeah,
How good was Kota Ibushi though? Like,
he just went and kicked the fuck out of everyone, didn't he?
it was so
He's
good.
really like he's really disproving. People are going like, oh, he's gone, he's washed, he's this, he's that. He's like slowly over the past couple of weeks, his matches are steadily getting better and better. Like his match with Okada was great, his showing here was great. Like Ibushi isn't the Ibushi of old, but he's certainly not washed.
It's amazing how you can recover from injury when you don't believe in the concept of time.
Well, doctors. Um, when
Or
you look
books.
when you look for a doctor on Twitter and you can recover from like a horrific ankle injury, like how I don't know. Yeah, he's tweaked his style a little bit as Nikota, but like in a good way. Like he's not trying to do too much of the more high flying stuff he was doing, and
Yeah,
he's just gone.
a lot more striking, a lot more sort of.
Yeah, and
Murder punch.
it feels like it's added like a lot of like longevity to him now. Like he's not gonna try and do a fucking moonsault to the outside and break both his ankles and then carry on wrestling on them for another 40 minutes.
Like
That,
my favorite of Ibushi has always been Murder Ibushi when like in
yeah,
that point in the match where he just flips and his face drops and he just starts kicking people and slapping
Ultra
people.
Instinct
Where-
Ibushi is
where-
what was
Yeah,
getting thrown
basically.
around a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
when
that
when he's trying to give a card a CTE of Bushi, that one.
yeah, that guy. And like, yeah, absolutely lean into that. And I'm glad he is leaning into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of big talk points of this match. Obviously, they pretty much heavily teased Mystico and MJF, haven't they, for Forbidden Door now? I think that's like kind of like locked in.
I hope it's a mask versus hair match. Give
I
it to
do
me.
too.
Fucking give it to me.
Smooth MJF.
Ugh,
I mean, those hair plugs aren't taken, are they? Let's be honest.
no.
Um, they look like they're clinging on for dear life. We got a little bit of a like repeat from last night with Takeshita and Bandido. I hope they run that back as well because, oh boy, that was incredible, that match. And Brody King did a lot of murders, and I was very happy about that.
I thought it was a bit where he was like cannonballing everybody, like
Yeah.
in all like the corners, and like the last one was MJF, and as he was running towards him, MJF was like trying to reason with him, and it just didn't work, and he just absolutely clattered him in the corner.
I thought he was going to break MJF's arm the way MJF's arm was when Brody like hit him.
Yeah, actually, like, he put his arms up like
MJF's arm was like that.
Let's talk
and
about this, and
Brody
he just
hits
went
him. Yeah,
off right
and
into
I
him.
was like, "Oh, Brody's killed a man." Yeah, we did also get the return of not only Smooth Juice Robinson, which I do not like, hated so much. But the Ass Boys came back as well.
Yes.
It looks
Yeah.
like Ricochet and Gates of Agony are going to be feuding with Juice and the Ass Boys, which I'm okay
Ugh,
with.
yeah.
If it leads to more trios title matches, I'm all for it. Like I'd love the ops to do like one Joe's back, obviously, or maybe if Hook replaces him, they just do like trios open challenges and the Guns and the Gates of Agony and Ricochet and a bunch of other trios just start challenging for it. Because I'd love to see more trios just fighting each other. Because AEW does trios matches better than fucking anybody.
I mean, at this point though, if you replace Joe, then it's kind of like the ops of Theseus, aren't they?
They are.
At what point are they no longer the ops when there's no original members left?
Did you guys see what they posted on what I think it was like the Guns posted on social media of like the behind the scenes of Juice's entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like
haven't
his
seen
react
it yet.
it's so like it's just like you hear like they're all there like working up like obviously getting ready and then like Juice's music hits and you hear the roar of the crowd and Juice's face just lights up and the Guns are proper gassing him up being like oh my god like
Yeah.
he could tell it meant so fucking much to him to get that reaction. It was so cool.
Almost
Yeah.
a year he's been out, man. Like 8 months.
8 months,
Yeah.
yeah. He got hurt in December.
Yeah, it was a C2, wasn't it? He got hurt first match of the C2.
Yeah, broke his leg.
Yeah.
Once
Um,
Jay White comes back, that's gonna hit like crap. Because
Yeah.
everybody
Well,
is
they
like,
cut a promo. They did a little promo that was up on social media as well after the match, saying like, "Look, they're not like you said. I'm not peeing on people anymore. I'm
I
not barking
don't-
like a dog. It's like it's
I-
time to like get serious and get some wins."
And
I
what's amazing about it when Jay comes back, Jay was replaced in the Owen by by Josh
Kevin
Alexander.
Knight.
Was it Kevin Knight? And when they,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was like it was meant to put something like Jay versus Hangman in the final originally, or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like I'd love them to run back Jay versus Hanger. Like,
I feel like that's something they're gonna do. I feel like when Jay White comes back, he's gonna get a massive pop, but he should be a heel
yeah.
because he's just such a bastard. He's a
But
wet
amazing
bastard, and I hate
Hangman.
him.
I love
Um,
him.
I love him too, but he is, yeah. Um, was there anything else that we can think of in this match that really stood
um,
out before the finish?
Faye.
Mortos got a good pretty reaction. Like
It did.
I
Mortos,
need more
there-
toss and a Bushi. Like,
Yeah,
I just
give
need
me
more
that.
Morthos. Just, I mean, he's gonna get that. He's got that Mercedes creative control now, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's gonna be
yeah.
Hangman's. Oh, make him Hangman's first challenger.
Oh no, because that'll be too close to what Jay has dreamt up in his head. Like,
Drugs Mule versus Handsman Pills.
yeah.
No, that was like the blow off of the feud. Come on now. Um, we've got to have Drugs Mule like do the whole like the Drugs Mule and first before he turns on Handsman Pills. Like, come on now.
Just
There
have
was
Hangman
also
come out, have Hangman cut a promo. We're filming this on Wednesday, Dynamite's on tonight. Have Hangman cut a promo, and then have Morthos just come out and annihilate him, and then be like,
they did have that really good match on Dynamite the other week.
yeah, and he's animal adjacent. Hangman's a cowboy. They can make this work.
Who
Yeah.
I feel like obviously Hangman's probably going to wrestle someone New Japan adjacent from with it being Forbidden Door next. But any ideas?
Give him Sheppy's ass.
Why not Shingo? Why not?
You know what, Hangman and Shingo would be filth, and I'm here for it.
Have him made a shota just to upset Mox.
Just to eradicate the Death Riders well and truly. There was a funny bit at the end as well, as you said about Max Caster coming out, where they framed it where Bowens was just lying on the ramp as Max Caster come out, and then he was doing the chant in Bowens' face, which led to the whole finish spot where Caster jumps up, Bowens pulls him down. Mark Briscoe hits Roddy Roddy kills him with a knee. Mark Briscoe hits Roddy with a really grotty looking
So
J driller.
when Caster falls off the apron, he just rolled over Bones' face, and it looked really painful.
Yeah.
I think I would have slightly preferred it because, like, obviously Jay hits the J driller on. I was like, Mark hits the J driller on Roddy, and then MJF steals the pin. I think I would have preferred it more if it was Max Caster, like literally Max, like just to go along with this gimmick of the fact he's the guy that he's got this open challenge and keeps losing. If he was the guy that does his entire thing, gets in Bowens' face, gets in the ring, immediately J driller, bang, done. Like, rather than Roddy take the pin, have Max take it. He's in the match for like 5 seconds and it's over.
Yeah.
On the other hand, he didn't actually get in the ring though, which was also very funny.
It was very funny. I think, I just would rather not Roddy keep taking pins.
Yeah.
And Max's gimmick right now is to take the fucking pin, and it gets him over.
Yeah, there was that bit as well. Actually, I've just remembered with Roddy with Beast where he was like trying to hug him, and Mortos
that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, Mortos looked like he was thinking about it, and then just like killed him with a headbutt.
Oh, when Mortos went on his fucking headbutt run,
all that meat meant nothing. He gave him so much meat.
He did give him a lot of raw meat. Give him hampers of meat. But yeah, it was okay. This match, MJF won by throwing Mark out after the J drill and pinning Roddy. Very like we kind of have seen this coming for weeks, haven't we? I would have personally had a little bit shorter, but that's just me. Felt like
it was 35 minutes. I mean, there was what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 people.
14 people, yeah.
I think
Oh, go on, Ollie.
I think I would have had it like under 30, maybe take out 2 or 3 of the people. And like, I think for me, what dragged it down was the fact that a lot of the match just felt like 2 or 3 guys in the ring doing a singles or triple threat match where 12 people are just asleep outside the ring. Where it's like, it feels like other gauntlets have had a bit more interactivity or connectivity, or there's been more people involved in spots and doing things at the same time rather than just 2 people are in, 10 people are on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel as chaotic.
The women's gauntlet showed us how gauntlets should be.
I preferred the women's out of the 2 of them. Yeah, I mean, I always enjoy these matches because they're just big clusterfucks and they're funny, and lots of mad shit happens, and it was fine. Mark Briscoe put the work in. Like,
yeah, Give that man the world title.
We'll just give him a world title match at some point on the pay-per-view. Let him main event the pay-per-view.
I'd say give him the world title and have MJF cash on him. Just so we can get Mark Briscoe in the lineage.
We'll talk about world title things later, maybe.
Maybe. After this, Stokely Hathaway announced FTR are going to be on commentary for the AEW Tag Team title match, or nothing will go on there. And Adam Cole came to the ring and cut a really heartbreaking promo. Basically, he was meant to be wrestling against Kyle Fletcher, defending the TNT title. On the pre-show, just said all that was said was he's not cleared, he's vacating it, and he got very emotional talking about how obviously he needs to think about his health and he doesn't know what's next, and he didn't want to think about retirement, but he's going to be gone for a while.
So it came out after the fact that this was concussion related.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've ever been more glad for it to be concussion and not something else. The way he's speaking.
The way he spoke, it sounded like he had I know concussion is a serious problem, but it sounded like he had like a horrible illness. Like,
yeah,
it was
the way
scary.
he sort of framed everything. But yeah, so he's obviously he was like fucking weeping as well. Like Kyle and Rodney came out, they were crying on the outside as well.
I read a report today where there was like Cole was like, there was a moment, I think there was like a point where Cole was going to announce his retirement initially, like he was going to go out there. I think it was like Alba reported that Cole initially was going to do it, but then obviously
talk him down from
cooler heads prevailed.
Basically it's like don't make anything official, just like see where we end up here, you know.
But credit to Adam Cole as well for like the fact that he said this was Saturday morning, he felt funny and was like, I don't think I should wrestle. Like the amount of times we've seen wrestlers who've like in that position gone, no, I need to work through this injury. And
but also credit to Adam Cole, the man was choking back tears and then immediately just put the show over.
Yeah.
Because he's an absolute professional and an absolute sweetheart.
I like to think that Brian grabbed him backstage and was like, "Don't you fucking dare."
I want Bryan Danielson to just like introduce him to hyperbaric chambers and hopefully Adam Cole not lose his mind like Bryan Danielson did.
It was also nice to see as well on social media from like all levels of the industry, from like top guys in WWE and AEW all the way through to like indie wrestlers in the UK, even like people like Simon Miller and everyone, just saying like how massively like nice Adam Cole's been to them, how much of a help he's been in their career, how much of an absolute like lovely person he is.
I think he's generally one of the nicest people in fucking wrestling from the sounds of things.
He's so lovely. Like when we met him, he was so nice.
Like, and he's had it's felt like such a almost tragic run in AEW at points. Like
even at the end of NXT, he was like falling apart a bit, wasn't he? Like he was
like I don't know. Like, yes, he headlined Wembley with MJF, which was brilliant and so fun to watch. But like, there's just, I don't know. Like he's been so unfortunate with injuries. Like fucking jumping off the ramp breaks his leg for fucking months. Like,
like you said, though, he had that main event at All In front of 80,000 people. No one will ever take that away from him.
No,
like,
God no.
He got to do that, and that was so cool. And I'm so glad that we got to see it, and I'm so glad that he got to do it. And just take as much time as he needs and come back if he can, and he wants to come back whenever he's ready, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And even if he just wants to do AEW Gaymes from now until forever, I'd be okay with that too.
Just stream some lovely Mario Kart or
Mario Party
or whatever.
To be honest, they've had him on commentary on like Collision, haven't they, for the last like couple of months.
He's so fun on commentary.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be against him being like the third guy in that booth because he had quite good chemistry with Nigel and Tony.
The problem is though, like if you've got concussion symptoms and you've got like concussion issues,
he shouldn't be traveling.
Traveling's probably not good for you.
No.
I just have him on just have him. I mean, I don't know how he is with. I mean, I just hope he can because he loves fucking video gaming, man, and him and Uno have such lovely chemistry on the podcast.
So
I just hope he can still enjoy those things and still have like a nice quality of life.
So
he's still streaming on Twitch himself.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say
this week.
Yeah, when he previously got the concussions originally, like an AW, he got like the blue light glasses to help him with that. So he's already prepared for like how to stream through it. So bless him.
Well then I hope he has a lovely time in recovery, just doing some video gaming.
Variety streamer chugs.
Looking after his new puppy who looks adorable.
Oh yeah. I highly recommend if anyone hasn't watched his streams on Twitch. They're really good. Like even the stuff with the party aside, his own like streaming of games is really fun.
I'll never forget. My favorite like not wrestling Adam Cole moment was when Brawl Out was happening and like the internet was exploding because like the Bucks, Kenny and Punk had this massive fight, and Adam Cole was like I think he was dealing with the Forbidden Door concussion, and he was streaming Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And he was asking his chat like, how do I get frog coins? How do I get all like? Did anyone know? And this chat like exploding because like this like breaking wrestling like.
Oh my god, that's
Well,
hilarious.
If you remember as well, like and during Brawl Out, the only like positive thing CM Punk said was Adam Cole's a sweetheart, which says everything really that you need to know about that whole thing. If even like when he's like spitting all that vitriol about the company, he's still taking time to go, oh yeah, Adam Cole's like a really nice guy. I really like him though.
I love. Remember when he got called Budge for the first time, like on main telly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the thing after that on a stream, everyone was like, "What up, Budge?" And he was fuming. It was so funny.
I loved his bits of the Dark Order on BTE. Like fucking
still one of my favorite wrestling t-shirts I own is the Budge shirt I got.
So fucking funny.
I think I have one like that as well, but it's like in the BTE font. So it's all about the
mine's
Budge.
Reynolds, you know, the Young Bucks spot and they both kissed him.
Yeah.
And it was like Silver Reynolds Budge together forever.
Oh,
that's awesome.
So good. I hope that the events of what happened in the tag match mean that the Bucks have to,
Don't worry about that. We're not there.
And yeah, John Silver did tweet a picture of him and Reynolds kissing Adam Cole and like a little heart as well.
Oh.
So yeah, after that kind of like bombshell, we were all like on a downer when that got announced. I can't imagine
those four guys had to like try their damnedest to try and pull this back. Like
the crowd were like all the air just got sucked out the room by this like devastating like announcement. Like Cole basically almost, like you say, Ollie, almost announced his retirement basically.
Yeah.
And we didn't know he was concussed either. So like everyone was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Like literally, like my partner, like we were watching with my partner and they went to me like, has he got like the big C or something? Like that's how fucking like
that's what it felt like to us as well.
Because obviously we've having sat through obviously when Reigns announced he's got leukemia, right? Like for me, my mind went straight to there, like something like that. So like it was like such a shock, and I think I blacked out for most of this match. Like I didn't really like. I rewatched it, but when I was first watching it, I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like.
Not gonna lie, struggled to get into this one a little bit.
Yeah, I did on the night. Having gone back and watched it, this was a really fun match. This was like an absolute banger.
They did their fucking damnedest.
And obviously Dustin won. That was the only result that could have happened in this match to kind of get that crowd back.
Oh god,
It felt like a shock when it happened, but in like a really good way. In like, when it happened, I was legitimate. Like I just sort of me and Sarah was looking like, what? And then you thought about it, and oh no, actually, that makes real sense.
I've seen so many people question like, why Dustin? Why this? Like that? Like you're in Texas. Adam Cole's just semi-announced his retirement. Who else in these four you got to put that fucking belt on to try and pull the crowd back? You're not going to give it to Garcia because unfortunately, like he's liked, but. I think it's kind of gone hit and a miss. You're not going to give it to Fletcher. Like I appreciate that he was probably gonna win this match, but like
you can't tarnish his moments.
No, with this.
Yeah,
Guevara.
I think for
last
me,
time he had it, he did a jizz on it, so you can't give it back to him.
So it just made the most sense to give it to Dustin, give it to a Rhodes because his fucking Cody had it right, like, and like give him his like big singles title for the first time in fucking years.
I've been saying that for like
since 2002,
something like that. Yeah, it's like
I think it was earlier actually.
It was the hardcore title was the last one he won.
But so this is like you had to give it to Dustin. It pulled the crowd back in. They got the big pop, and you could tell it meant a lot to Dustin as well. So it's
you can see it was so beautiful when he was sat in the corner and Opie gave him the belt and he held it up and he just looked at it and you just see him like burst into tears. Like,
and it's going to make Kyle Fletcher look that much more of a penis when he beats him for it.
I think Kyle Fletcher's going to absolutely murder him on Dynamite.
Yeah, if this goes past 2 or 3 weeks, I'd be shocked. Like Kyle Fletcher is murdering Dustin, and he's gonna get all the fucking heat back on him. Like it's gonna be vicious. It's gonna be
I think
brutal.
someone said like maybe like the last doing the Chicago residency now, maybe like the last show of the Chicago residency. Have it like
that was a really good idea. Like, because that's 5 weeks that they're doing it. So
have Kyle just be a prick for this entire time.
Just build a feud over the 5 weeks and then the blow off there. Yeah, perfect.
For me, like I have been saying since I've been watching fucking like AEW though, like why they need to put like the TNT belt on Dustin. It feels like it's absolutely like perfect for him.
I got really angry because there's some people. I mean, I try not to like look at people's opinions on social media. It just makes me angry and it doesn't.
Highly recommend just deleting Twitter. It's fucking great.
It's all the wrestling news is, and I have to stay there for it.
Yeah.
I'm more surprised by surprises now, though. It's fun.
But there's so many people like, oh, I can't believe they've overlooked another young wrestler in favor of like a veteran. And like, read the fucking room. Come on.
Right? Like there was no like. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it had to be. You're in Texas. It's wild. You need to get the crowd back into this.
And the pop when he won it was phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the only choice going into it. It was the only choice.
That absolutely, like as I say, that absolutely saved the crowd and won it back for them for sure. There was some cool like little story beats as well in the match. Obviously, like there was a bit where Sammy accidentally hit Dustin, and then Dustin was like, "All right, cool, gloves are off." And then
the shattered dreams, the repeated shattered dreams.
Again, there's just like a 90-second period in the middle of the match where everyone just lines up and hoops Fletcher in the dick.
There was that
and
really,
and it's perfect.
There was that really funny bit where Fletcher like did that really safe powerbomb on the apron on Garcia, and then just brains Sammy on the fucking apron straight after as well. It was like, yeah, he's still gonna kill people, but he's just gonna protect Daniel because he's already killed him on fucking Collision last week.
Like Sammy was like running across people's backs and all sorts. Like, man, it was. Such a cool match. Like when you get away from like the tragic circumstances around how it came about, the match was actually really good and really fun.
It really reminded me of like a PWG style like scramble match where
it didn't stick around either. Like 15 and a half minutes. Just got in, got out. Yeah.
Sound. And also like there was the whole bit where Sammy felt like Sammy looked like he was going to turn on Dustin after the match, which would have gone really well for him with like the Von Erichs and the other two Rhodes lads in there. All ready to fucking kill him, all bigger than him. He looked like he was going to turn on Dustin, then he hugged it out. Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, there was that moment, wasn't there? Where, like Sammy had the pin and then Dustin just broke it up, and they had a real moment. Like,
yeah, Kyle Fletcher looked like he was going to kill a man.
Yeah,
when he was sat at ringside. So I feel like Kyle Fletcher now is gonna
he's gonna brutalize him. Like the story's gonna be Kyle is gonna brutalize Dustin, and everyone's gonna fucking hate Kyle even more than they would have hated Kyle for beating Adam.
The last time I saw someone that angry after a title match was Rikishi when Roman didn't win at Mania.
I think what Tony Khan should do on Dynamite tonight is just have Kyle like absolutely murder Sammy.
Yeah,
like he did like the match he had with Garcia the other week where it was just like 10 minutes of just making him like suffer. Just do that tonight for like 5 minutes of just like
Haven't we just worked through like the Von Erichs and that?
Both the Von Erichs. What you got to do over the next sort of 5 weeks, Jade, like you say, we're going to have it be Dustin at the end. You have to establish that Kyle is heads and shoulders above everybody else in this division.
Yeah.
Like he is a big shark in this pool, and he's going to kill. He's killed Garcia. He's going to kill the Von Erichs. Maybe don't use that terminology. He's going to kill Sammy, and then he's going to like murder Dustin on like the last show of the run. Whoa.
And then put him against I don't know, Suji, Kyle Fletcher versus Suji at Forbidden Door. That'd make me happy.
Yeah.
Or just a scramble. Do a 6-man for it. That'd be fun. But yeah, this is a really good match. It was
Takahashi,
Hiromu and Kyle.
The drip.
Fucking great.
The drip will be insane in that match. Like
or Despe if we're gonna do sassy boys against each other. I hope we get to see Despe there for Forbidden Door. That's all I want now.
Oh, that'd be so good, wouldn't it?
But yeah, this is a fun match. As I say, it felt like it kind of saved the crowd. Like it did exactly what it needed to give Dustin this really big moment, and the Nova's there to welcome. And that was good because the next match they needed the crowd to be absolutely white hot, and they fucking were for the whole thing.
Well, Jay, so we talked about Adam Cole's announcement. Obviously, it sort of
Hmm.
cast a bit of a shadow, a bit of darkness over the proceedings. You know what you got to do when it's dark? You got to draw some stars, baby.
Oh.
Has Meltzer put any stars out yet, by the way?
No, I think he's still counting them for like 3 of the matches on this card.
He's probably still got a nosebleed from watching this match, to be honest with you.
He's down in the fucking star mines, just putting the shift in to extract them.
He's just screaming at Brian Alvarez to mine more stars for him.
He's crippled several Victorian children.
But yeah, this was for the EVPs versus a world title shot for a year. Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, and Christ alive, this was good.
This was such a good match.
Just like everything about it, like even like we get into the match, but like the fucking entrances, like Will obviously has his Assassin's Creed nonsense. It's all very fun, but then has all the fucking pyro.
As we said in Discord, Will mate play any other video.
My favorite part,
just one other one.
So my favorite part of that was the whole reason why he had an Assassin's Creed entrance was because Assassin's Creed Shadows was on sale.
Yeah,
there was a QR code. It's
25% off. Yeah,
25% off. I was like, fantastic. Ubisoft needs some money.
But then you had
that's the most fucking carny thing as well. Like,
yeah, sure is.
But then you had fucking JoJo coming out and singing Shaka Khan, like Swerve's old fucking Defy entrance with fireflies in the background, like that fucking
at the end.
Oh God, that like fucking hell, that got me.
And everyone on the internet was normal about it. Yeah,
that was good. Like, I love
that. I love that nod so much.
I lost my shit when she started singing "Ain't Nobody."
It was so good.
I was hoping he was going to come out to "Ain't Nobody," but he didn't. He's a coward.
But like it was amazing to see, and like I love the tribute to fucking Bray, like was so like just so touching as well in the background.
Yeah.
It like just I love when everyone says that, like, you know, WrestleMania moments and the entrances that WWE do. Fuck that. These days, AEW's fucking big entrances. They do fucking big entrances.
That was
Speaking of which, this was followed by the Bucks doing possibly the greatest entrance of all time.
I love their like bounding father shtick. It's so fucking funny.
I enjoy it immensely.
Because it's so like it's so unaware that it's become self-aware again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gone all the way around. It's so like tone deaf and like so over the top that
that's what you want.
That it's actually brilliant, and it's like okay, yeah.
And that's what you want from a team like the Bucks, who are the biggest pricks in the world. Like that's what you want
they
them to do.
My babies. They've done they've done everything wrong. I can't even defend
they're bastard men. We hate them.
Yeah, so they had a boat on a scissor lift, basically.
Yeah.
That was like going up and down as it like drove towards the ring, and they had a flag. They were waving a flag. I'm pretty sure a lot. Sorry,
go on, no, you go.
I'm pretty sure a lot of what Justin Roberts was reading out was from an actual War of Independence era speech as well.
I was going to say it's either they got it straight from the fucking Declaration of Independence or some nonsense, or they just gone ChatGPT 18th century American English and just printed something like nonsense.
What would Washington's speech be if it was a wrestling promo?
Yeah, exactly that. Like it's just utter fucking drivel. Like,
it was so fucking silly. But this
They're
match,
my favorites.
Jesus wept. This match was good. So it was very back and forth to start with. There was that spot which broke the internet where I'm trying to think what happened now. There was a couple of reversals, wasn't there, from between Ospreay and Nick, and Swerve come in and they did the double destroyer and then the fighting spirit and finished with a house call and a hidden blade.
Yeah. There was an indie taker to the outside.
There was.
Yeah.
They
it was absolute filth.
They did that like stomp that looked like it was going to go into a Stormbreaker, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did. Ospreay put one of them up, and then Swerve jumped, hit him, and then Ospreay Stormbreaker on the way.
Oh, did he actually Stormbreaker him?
Yeah.
That bit you mentioned, like the fucking the kicks into the reversals, into the Canadian Destroyer, into the fucking death, like the fucking house call and hidden blade, like it was, and like the story of it as well with like the Bucks being the fucking tag teams. They were immediately on top of both of them,
Yeah.
putting them on the back foot. When it got down to a singles match, you can't beat Swerve and Ospreay. Like you fucking can't. They're just
There, there was so many like just nasty looking spots in this match.
One thing I really liked as well, so there's a spot where like one of the big sort of moments of the match was Ospreay goes for a hidden blade and hits Swerve by mistake.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's his face? Brian Zane made a really good point here. Like Swerve just applied logic to it. He didn't get angry with Ospreay. He was just like, "Oh yeah, that was obviously an accident. So I don't need to like, we don't need to have a fight about this." He was knocked out for like 10 minutes, but like as soon as he got back in the match, he was okay. Like he wasn't like angry at Ospreay because he understood.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, this is just
because you like not soon after you had the spot where like the Bucks were doing the super kick party on Ospreay's there dangling off the ropes, and then like you had Swerve just slowly scroll into the camera shot and like get in front of Ospreay and like start begging the Bucks to start smacking him instead. It was
There was also that save
Beautiful.
where like I think the EVP triggered Ospreay and Swerve just teleported into the ring from somewhere. Like, I don't know where he was. But...
There was that bit where I think it played into the finish if I'm not mistaken, where they went for the EVP trigger on Swerve. Swerve caught the legs, and then Ospreay just from nowhere just like popped up and like killed Nicholas with the fucking hidden blade.
it's just so good.
Yeah.
I
So
was very
good.
quickly reminded in this match as well of how good Nick Jackson actually is. Though, like he just
When he went for the buckshot as well, like
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You got a more bang for your buck as well, which is always nice.
It's my favorite move.
We did.
And I never get to see it.
I had to spray bottle face so many times.
Shut up.
Don't worry. There's a spray bottle on hand if you get too fucking rowdy.
There is not a spray ball in my house, so now
Are you-
I'm really worried.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no.
Yeah, and the finish was just awesome where it was Swerve and Ospreay doing like a hidden blade house call combination and killing Matthew Jackson with it. Like
Also, did Ospreay? There's a point where like Ospreay kicked out of everything. I'm pretty sure he kicked out clean out of an EVP.
well, it was after the he'd hidden bladed Swerve. He was just kicking out of everything.
Yeah.
Like it was like, and I think what was amazing about a lot of the matches on this card is that you were never truly certain which way they were going to go with it. Like this, the three main events, even the fucking trios title, like there was like so many of them that's like I can see the logic of going with the Bucks. I can also see the logic of going with Swerve and Ospreay. Like I think my pick was like I figured the Bucks were going to beat them. Like, and again, it ties into Hangman's on the back foot because Swerve and Ospreay have both lost, so Swerve going to want to come down and interfere and save them because Swerve's lost something for a year. Like, and like it got me. Every pinfall got me because I was like, this could genuinely be fucking it. Like this, like I bought in massively.
I'm really curious.
Every time the Bucks had someone up for the V-trigger, you're like, okay, this could be the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious as to where they're going to go with this now because I was so convinced that they were going to lose and it was going to be like Swerve and Ospreay fucking murdering each other for a year. So now I'm really curious as to the direction that the Bucks are taking.
Because it gives real change to their characters. Like they're no longer EVP, so who are they in AEW?
They've just got to restart BTE to make some money. That's what they've got to do.
Yeah,
Matt's gonna start doing more sponsorship deals and negotiating deals.
Oh, can we see just poor Bucks like
young
Bucks just spend all their money like young like proper like when Baron Corbin was going through it like proper just disheveled homeless Bucks basically
selling the trainers to pay the rent.
Putting them on whatnot and that'd be fun.
Also, I love the reaction of Will and Ospreay when they won. Like, they just proper hugged each other, like just absolutely, just the joy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're such an odd couple in like so many ways. But like for them to like come together here and like not only come together as a team but also come together as friends at the end of this match, I thought was really nice as well.
I wouldn't be against the idea of them entering the tag division for a bit.
I mean, it would be nice to actually have tag teams in the tag division.
Yeah, I think as well. My logic behind it was I was thinking the Bucks were going to win because it's like the easiest plot armor for Ospreay can't challenge till All In next year.
I'm going to say, because we've got an Ospreay problem in that he's clearly one of the best and one of the most popular wrestlers in the company, and he should probably be challenging for the title quite a lot.
I think Osprey and Swerve's probably going to be the finals of the Owen next year.
Well, this is the bittersweet thing. So they obviously they won this match and it was great. They got this big moment, but now they're both going to be in the men's title division, and at some point they're going to have to only one of them can be number one contender.
It's a fucking hell of a problem for AEW to have. Like,
Well, it's just a problem for the two of them to have because they've got. How does this affect their blossoming friendship when only one of them can challenge?
Yeah, that's it. I think as well. Like, obviously, there's loads of different ways you can go with it. Swerve can turn on Osprey. Osprey can turn on Swerve. Or they can just do they can just do like the sort of friendly rivalry that they did with Forbidden Door, where they were still friends going in, they were still friends after. Yeah, it's not a bad problem for them to have, and I'm intrigued about where they're going with all four of these guys. Next up, we had the women's Casino Gauntlet match.
This was so
This was
good.
fantastic. I really enjoyed this match. So the only two people who were announced for it prior were Stat and Megan Bain as 1 and 2. Well, obviously we had the feeling that Willow, Ty Mello, Tekla, Julia Hart, Queen Aminata, and probably Athena and Thunder Rosa were all going to be in it, and they all were. As well as
Again, it was all the women who were in the four-way matches and stuff, wasn't it? And like all the women who
But there was what I liked here was there was at least a few surprises, which was nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so let's speak about the surprises because we had the debut of Alex Windsor even, and Shuri, and obviously Athena there was still a bit of uncertainty whether she was going to be in the match until she came out and everybody was like, "Oh shit, things are getting real now."
Yeah.
There was it was a bit of a weird one because at the start of the match there was quite a lot of interference from like Penelope and then Anna Jay and the return and Harley Cameron.
This was the one where like it felt like all the managers got involved.
Yeah,
like Sky Blue was involved for a bit as well. Like just interfering.
Jay spent the pre-show convincing me that Harley Cameron wasn't back.
I love the fact she turned up in a fucking face mask. Fucking kitten face mask. Oh, I just love the fact she was back.
Yeah, I've missed Harley.
And what a pop she got as well when she just turned up on the fucking ringside. Like, so fun.
She was just, you didn't even see her come up though. She was just there. It was like, where the fuck did you come from?
And then Penelope took a horrible bump onto the apron.
She did.
Oh.
There was some gnarly bumps in this one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Athena's bump.
Yeah, speaking of horrible bumps, that DVD Athena took on the apron was horrific.
I was like, is Athena just broke her face?
Powerbombed Megan Bain into all the other women.
Yeah,
and also jumped off her, so she was like a diving powerbomb. Basically,
this match very felt like I enjoyed it. Started with Chris versus Megan, like hot fucking fight, all for it. But it did feel like the two of them were just sick of everyone else's shit during the match. Like they were fighting each other, but whenever other people got involved, they were fighting them instead. Like I like the little like tag team they kind of had going throughout the match.
Yeah.
I loved how we were talking about the way you were talking about how like it was like the two men and then like everyone at the side. They did like the opposite of this with the fucking women's match, and that incredible panoramic shot of like all the women fighting.
When they all dived in on that pinfall and it just started like brawling again.
There was that great shot where there was like 3 of them with different submissions in like 3 pairs of them in with different submissions in different parts of the ring.
Normal.
That was cool. That was shot really well. There was the bit where I think it was just before the power bomb to the outside where like they were all just sort of looking at each other and just started like throwing fists at one another. It was like, this is fucking insane. What's going on?
What about when Thekla was doing her spider crawl and then Queen Aminata came in and she did the flip so quick? There
was a bit as well where Thekla and Julia did the 2 spider suplexes in opposite corners and just stayed staring at each other like looking upside down.
And then it was a bit later when they both did like the rope spider tarantula submissions as well.
Yeah.
Shuri mixing up with Mina as well was really fun. Like seeing the two of them stop mixing up again.
That tease.
And Windsor afterwards, like
that tease of Shuri and Athena as well.
Yes.
Do you need to talk about Willow's gear?
I was just a mess. And Jay, I'll tell you, I was a mess during this entire match.
Yeah.
So Willow had gear that was like inspired by Champion's gear from Pink Pony Club that she made herself.
That's so cool. That is so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything about this match. We literally, obviously, we had the spray bottle, but everybody got the spray bottle during this match,
Yeah.
including Jay.
As Andy
Uh,
on the Discord said, respectfully, he said he'd seen less cake in a bakery.
Oh,
I like the
yeah.
callbacks they did to Ring of Honor as well, because they did Athena and Thunder Rosa here as well,
Mhm.
like they did Takeshita and Bandido.
Yeah.
Um, like it was just like this went under half an hour, went 27 minutes, and it just felt so much tighter for it.
Yeah.
I was
I think
delighted Athena
I th
won.
I think in the men's one there was a lot of wasted motion at times where there was just kind of like getting to the next spot, whereas this it was like it felt really tight. Like
Mhm.
the second Athena came in as well, the tone of the match just changed because she just went in and just was killing everybody. She had a fucking
Yeah,
wild look in her eyes, like she just wanted to murder everybody in the ring. It was great.
yeah,
Um, and she does pick up the win by Mina was going for a figure four on Thunder Rosa, and as she's like kind of like turning it turning it round to lock it in, Athena just hits her with the O face from nowhere and pins her.
yeah,
Perfectly timed and also perfectly captured on camera as well. Like they did an amazing
It
job
Oh,
there.
just out of fucking nowhere,
the
just bang.
yeah,
Like,
the way that like they changed the camera angle as well. So when
mm.
Athena was like stacking her up, she was like looking directly into the camera. It was like that's
Mm.
fucking brilliant. It was
I
really
really
well shot.
enjoyed. I really been enjoying a lot of recent changes in AEW's production and camera shots and camera choices as well.
Mhm.
Like it's been really fun. Like that
the
going back
wide
to
camera was a bit weird though, like for the match, but I understand that's because it was a stadium.
yep.
Like,
Yeah,
so you'd only have so many cameras.
But like they've been a lot braver with just hanging on a shot and just focusing on one focal point and letting the action go. Very like New Japan-esque. Like they often just like
Yeah,
leave you on a long fucking shot. It's like to go back to the tag match previously, where that entire sequence with the kicks and the reversals and the Canadian
just one shot.
destroyers, like yeah, that entire thing was one shot, and it was fucking amazing for it. Like
Yeah,
any other promotion, it'd be camera change, camera change, camera change. Like no, just leave it going, and like they did that a
yeah,
lot as well in this match, which was really cool to see.
yeah, absolutely. Um,
Just before we move off the women's, obviously tonight Dynamite's on. They've just announced it's going to be Willow, Stat, Tekla, and Aminata in a four-way match, a 100K four-way match.
Oh yeah,
oh
yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
woo!
So we can all enjoy that a bit later.
Like
I don't
Athena.
have a spray bottle.
I can help with that. Give me one moment.
Don't you dare.
Athena was absolutely the right person to win.
Yeah, like regardless of, I mean, before we got onto the women's match, whether it's Athena Monet 2 or whether it's Athena Tony, like as I think you said, Jay, these were both matches you wanted to have in
hmm
WWE, and they never got around to doing them.
Yeah,
So these are both tantalizing prospects for Athena to wrestle either
And I
of
think for
them.
a lot of people as well, with Athena picking up the win, I think a lot of people went, "Oh, so Monet's definitely winning then," because obviously Athena and Monet have that inbuilt rivalry in AEW, right? Like from the Owen Hart, and people just fucking wanting that match to happen. So like I can't. And also Athena now finally going to be on the quote unquote AEW main roster. Yes, she's the
Yeah,
forever women's ROH champion, but she's now going to be more on AEW, which is what I want to see because she's incredible.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Did do we think they're gonna announce this like prior to doing it, or do you think we're just gonna Athena just gonna come out one episode of Dynamite and just call Tony out?
oh, that'd be fun.
I think they'll announce. I think Max's will be a surprise cash in at some point, but I think Athena will set the
I
match up. 'Cause I
I
think
think
they need to. This is a money match. They got to build it a bit.
Yeah,
I think I'd much rather they get away from like the clunky Money in the Bank copy that they've done with it and just let
mm.
it be a had they have to challenge them like in
Mm.
advance type
I
situation.
I think the
Like
contract should be like a contract and you have to do a signing and plan it.
yeah,
But I think the chip should be a cash in.
yeah.
I think they should be two separate things.
I do like the idea of though like because I was thinking about this before of like just one episode of Dynamite where they've not announced anything for Tony or Athena, and Athena just coming out to open the show saying, Tony, I want to wrestle you in the main event tonight, and then
Oh,
just like build the show around it. That's what I meant. But sorry, I probably should have like said that a bit better. Like that's what I
I'm
meant.
more
Like
I'm more inclined for
by
that. Like if it's on
by
the
that.
same night,
Yeah,
announce it, like you have to announce it ahead of time because they want to promote it, right? Like there's got
yeah.
to be like yeah.
Just build it over an episode of
Mhm.
Dynamite and
Or if
like
you announce it in the day,
yeah.
like on Twitter, like
Hmm.
2 hours before or something.
Yeah. Although I do think it's probably I feel like Tony and Athena, they could do it at Forbidden Door, but I think it's probably gonna be it all out.
All that feels good. Like
Yeah. Um yeah, I don't think Athena's gonna be holding on to that too long. Um I think MJF's probably gonna have it till round four gear, sadly. And then we've got the nightmare back.
I
Um
just don't want it. I can't put into words how much I don't want this.
anybody but MJF. Um,
Literally.
I like the idea of the feud. Like I like the idea of the feud, but I don't want the outcome.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
It would be amazing if we got the feud and MJF just didn't fucking win anyway.
I
And
I
then someone else can go and take it off him.
given what happened with Father, I don't think that's gonna happen. I still think ideal world like build up to Hangman versus someone as I say, Mark Briscoe's the person who comes to mind for me. Someone who MJF's been kind of like feuding with. Have them beat Hangman in like a shocker, and then MJF just cash it in, and then it gives that person the flowers, and MJF's like a scumbag for doing it.
mm,
And
Yeah.
also, it means that Hangman's kind of like safe in that situation where he can then go, all right, I'm gonna go after, I'm gonna go
You still got
back after my belt because I've still
because you
beat you.
still yeah, yeah, and you've got your championship opportunity as well, your rematch clause, haven't you? As well.
Well, yeah, but also like in that sense, there's the whole thing of Hangman beat MJF earlier in the year, and Hangman's like MJF's kind of like he's not always, but he's most of the time got his number. He's like the biggest thorn in MJF's
mm.
side in that respect. So
We have widely gone out of order at
yeah,
this point.
let's go back to where we were going, which was the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Ooh.
So this speaking of matches that went far too fucking long. Wasn't a bad match. It just went way.
Considering what was going to happen after the match, you probably could have took 5 minutes off this and everyone would
Yeah.
have been all
Oh,
right.
easy. The Hair
I mean,
Syndicate.
there was that really cool bit where Speedball got suplexed out of the ring.
Yes.
Fuck me, like that was incredible. That German suplex was insane that they decided to do it and then attempted it and succeeded with it.
And no one got seriously injured.
No, I think the closest to getting someone getting seriously injured is when Nick Wayne bounced off the fucking apron.
Yeah,
Fine,
he's fine.
he's got them young bones
To be fair,
Yeah.
we've seen him fall on Aaron,
and
and
break
be
his ankle.
and be
He
not
did break his
okay.
ankle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah. This was kind of like a really good sort of showcase for Jet Speed, even though they didn't win because they seemed like the like sort of highlight of the match. There was some cool stuff with the patriarchy as well. Basically, as I say, at the end of the match, Hair Syndicate won by Bobby pinning Christian, which was interesting.
with a spear that
Um,
made all of my bones hurt.
yeah. Um, and FTR obviously got involved and interfered, and it looked
I
like they
was
were.
there was a moment, I think it is it like there was a moment where Kip Sabian gets onto the apron and like Shelton just boots him off of it. And I
Yeah.
swear for the briefest moment I thought, has he just kicked Nick Wayne's mum off the apron? Just fucking Kip
Kip,
Sabian and his blowout in that fucking match. I was like, is that Shayna Wayne? Oh no, that's Kip, it's fine.
Kip was taking some fucking horrific bumps during this like whole thing. It was just like fair play, Kip. I miss him wrestling, but fair play. Um, yeah. So FTR, it looked like they were trying to distract the Hurt Syndicate.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, because you had the incident where Bobby pushes kind of like Bobby
Bobby
pushes
pushed
pushes
Christian into
into
Daxton.
yeah, that's it. I was trying to remember who it was, and yeah, and he kind of gets into their face.
Yeah, and then just killed Christian with a spear.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, picked up the win. After the match, there was a bit of arguing where FTR were about to attack Christian. Nick Wayne come in and then Kip come in to make the save. Christian kind of like gone between his two sons and stared down FTR, and then as he left, pretty much beat for beat recreated Christian turning on Jungle Boy, but Nick Wayne doing it to Christian. It was fantastic.
I literally said to Jay, I was like, watch this happen here. And he was like, no. And then he was like, I fucking hate you, Faye.
I was literally sat here going, they'd never betray their father. They love him too much. He's too much of an honourable man. And then, yeah, I was devastated. Mother Wayne slapped father as well, which was upsetting. And then, so what do we think's going on here? Do we think that they're just two separate groups away from both of them, or do we think maybe Stokely and?
I think it's two separate. Like, I just think
Yeah.
FTR were the reason. Like,
Yeah.
FTR been angling after Christian for a while,
Yeah,
and like obviously they've been teasing the Nick Wayne thing. So I don't think they're going to be together. I just think it was a nice
yeah.
coincidence that you hate this guy too.
They almost
Cool.
looked surprised, didn't they, when it happened?
Mm.
Like they were like, "Oh, that's something weird."
There
I think
was
they're
a
gonna
very
be-
intriguing shot though where Nick Wayne and Stokely kind of looked at each other and nodded, and I was like, "Oh, I wouldn't hate that."
I think they're going to be involved with another, but I don't think it's going to be like official because obviously, like they go to Concerto Christian, and then Cope comes out and does his best Jeff Hardy impression by dancing on the stage for 5 minutes before saving his best friend.
That made me laugh so much.
It's like, yeah,
The way he
sure,
like come out and he was like marching to the ring and he just turned and ran to the
just
crowd.
runs down the stage and back, goes down halfway the ramp and does his pyro. Not just his pyro, but the fucking massive amounts of pyro that they've been doing. So
Yeah.
like, all right, take your time. Your best friend's about to get brained, but
And
sure.
then he fucking killed Kip with a big boot.
Yep.
And then hit probably the best spear he's ever hit on Kip.
I think that's mostly Kip's doing a backflip off of it seemed like.
Kip like took it like he'd been hit by a truck, to be fair.
Like fucking when Sammy got hit by the fucking cart, the golf cart in a Stadium Stampede, full on flipped off of a spear.
I tell you what, that's one thing the show was missing for me, Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get it and we didn't. And
Well,
that makes me sad.
It doesn't work when the fans are back. It just wasn't the same.
I also think that we're getting blood and guts probably in like the next couple of weeks, aren't we?
They're not doing it this year, have they?
They haven't done it yet.
No.
No, they usually do it around now, but like the week before Forbidden Door.
Mm.
So it would make sense if they did it like
Can you imagine they do it in a? Can you imagine they do it at the Glasgow show
in Glasgow.
in the
Well, this is
Hydro?
the thing, isn't it? Like usually we either get like Anarchy in the Arena or Stadium Stampede at All In, like at London.
We didn't get it last year, to be fair. We got the ladder match instead.
Yeah.
In the first one, we got Stadium Stampede because everyone
Yeah.
was singing fucking Jericho's music, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you had Claudio beating up. I think was it Claudio beating up Eddie in the fucking box terrace
Yeah,
for a bit?
and-
Wasn't that when he went for
Eh,
Therese?
Eddie backfisted man like the Reese, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I was quite surprised then, but then also I feel like because the only like real gimmicky match on the card was the Texas Death. So
It had to be though, given what the
Yeah.
circumstances around it. It made sense.
it made everything in Texas Death feel much more shocking because it was the only match with any weapons, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only match of color as well.
Yeah. Oh well, Tony and
But,
Mercedes. Tony
intentional.
broke a nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Intentional.
Yeah. And after Coke comes and makes the save, he picks up Father and says, "Go find yourself." Like the
I like
I
the
just
callback.
want
yeah,
I just want them to both be evil. And I'm not going to get that, but
I
I
think
would like
I
that.
think we might get it eventually.
I like the idea. I always like the idea of Cope being good and Christian still being a prick. And
No,
like
it's
it's
like we
like
can make each other worse.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to be good. We can just both be mean.
They were never faces as Edge and Christian. They were
No.
always
No.
heels.
But I can see
Um,
them being full on, like, because they're going up against Nick Wayne. Presumably, there's going to be a tag match against Kip Wayne, Kip Sabian, and Nick Wayne, and there'll be a tag match against FDR.
And
And
probably
the thing
Bucks.
is as well, Cope doesn't do being a face well either, because he's done some horrible things while still a face
Yeah.
at AEW. Like, and it's like, hang on a minute, you realize that you're not meant to do these things, and he's just gone, I'm gonna kill
I
everyone.
I think the thing with Cope is though is he's like the kind of he's got the whole like in AEW certainly, but like on the arse end of his like WWE run as well. He had like the sort of cool anti-hero thing going,
Yeah, the darkness he
which
has,
he
like,
does very well, but
yeah.
he also
I
does absolutely unhinged like bastard better than anyone.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also this is AEW where fucking Hangman and Swerve are the people are being cheered. One
That
broke into someone's house and stood in front of their baby's cot. The other one burned a man's house down
that's
and then
true.
syringed him in the face and clattered him with a chair. Like unhinged shit in AEW is like night and day for baby faces.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
want as well.
Christian was getting over as a face when he started doing the whole "your dad's dead" stuff.
Yeah, like he's never been cheered more, and he's the
The,
biggest, probably the
the,
biggest prick in
one of
the
the biggest
company.
pops he got in AEW was when he went, "Oh, Nick Wayne," and everyone went, oh, "Is he gonna do the
Well, it's,
No, he
it's been brought to my attention that you have a father and your father is dead. I
like
think
he
I'm
goes
It's
gonna
the
just
go
whole
shocked.
like
straight back
fucking
to that.
Inoki thing as well. Like
Oh
and
God.
Tony Khan was in the presser. He was like, "Why were you looking at them?" He was like, "Well, I heard they have a grandfather."
That,
Like,
that wasn't that long after Inoki died either, was it?
yeah, I
That
know.
was only a
Like,
couple of weeks after the fucking mad bastard. Oh God, I love Christian. He's so good.
he wasn't even on the stage with them. It was just showed him
He was
like
just
watching them on the
backstage, just
telly.
watching TV.
You know that at some point there's going to be a promo with Edge and Christian's going to say something unhinged, and you're just going to see Cope's reaction to it.
Yeah.
He's gonna who's gonna corpse first? That's what I want to know. Like, oh.
I, yeah, I like the idea of Cope being like good guy and Christian just still being a bastard.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. When like
That's
that's what I want from this new tag team is
I
It's like
Christian is still father.
I
yeah.
went and found myself, and I'm still a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'd love it if he says he's gone to find himself and he just comes back with two new sons with no
Oh no!
explanation whatsoever. Like those two new Rhodes lads, just bring them.
Oh
one
no!
thing I will say is I wish that Edge didn't.
Oh,
Sorry,
Edge and Christian
I
versus the
wish
Von Erichs.
I wish Cope didn't bring the fucking spike with him.
Yeah,
Like Spike's been used. Mox fucking fell on it. We all grimaced at the sight of it being pulled out of his backs.
That
You are
that
not
was
good.
that was the moment. That was the
Yeah, you
yeah.
are not going to get anything more out of Spike than what Mox did to it. So you don't need it anymore. Like you don't need it. Like the fact that we got that alone, because like it was always the same with fucking TNA when fucking Abyss had Janice right with his own fucking spiked
yeah.
nonsense. Like it was never going to get used. So the fact that it has been is like, oh, you've done it. Put it away.
Abyss
Yeah.
got hit by it once, and then that was it. We never saw it again.
Oh, good old Abyss. We've not had a TMFA for a while, have we?
Shut up!
It's fine. He's in
Well,
WWE 2K now.
he is. I mean, if there ever was a segue for a TMFA, it would have been that last match because
Good.
there's not
Glad we
a,
don't have one. Let's move along quickly. Thanks.
I couldn't even think of one, Faye.
Good.
We do have one in the chamber, but I can't remember what it was. Next up, we had the first of three main events, and I was shocked they did all three of these back to back, but I'm kind of glad they did because it
It's what
just
they've been doing though. Like I think they've been doing regularly. Like they've rather than going like you need the big match and the cool down, the big match. They've gone nah, fuck it. This is new. This is our
yeah
Wrestle Kingdom.
yeah
Big match, big match, big match. And they've shown the crowd shown that they're gonna be in for it because
yeah.
You don't
the
have a match
crowd
that
was
gets
so
sent out to
loud
die.
all the way through.
Well, I mean, the only match that on this card that I felt could have comfortably followed this like so the next match we're talking about Tony Storm versus Mercedes. The only match I felt that on the card that could have comfortably followed that without any worries whatsoever would have been either a Carter Omega or the Texas Death. So, and I feel like putting the women's title match on before the Texas Death would have probably diminished from it, whereas a Carter
Mm.
Omega like
All three
It's
matches have been were told so differently, had such different stories going into it, and such different reasons to be invested.
Mhm.
That like the crowd was always going to be there for all of them.
yeah.
Like, and the talent is so good that they will always, even if there was a chance of losing them, they were going to get them back without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Tony and Mercedes because this was fucking spectacular. This was definitely one of the matches of the night, like easily. Um, So both had huge entrances. Mercedes come out in like that car with she had that robe of everyone she's beaten on the way to
Hmm.
Tony, hadn't she? Um, and then Tony's entrance was just
It was like a film noir almost. Like
yeah.
she was narrating like this like hard boiled, and the way she was narrating it was like, "Is this the end for me?
It
Mm,
You
was
know, is
it was
this is
like
this?"
it was very you've now entered the Twilight Zone. That's the callback she was doing. Like you've now entered
Mm.
the Timeless Zone was how she ended. It was like very like
mm.
this is the Twilight Zone, and like the whole like black and white with the red pops.
The
Like
red filter was so good.
And
it
And then
felt
the way she had her makeup as well.
she kind of played on like the length of her reign. Like she came out like she was hobbling like
yeah,
to
like this
the
is the
Yeah.
end. Like almost like this is a star, assuming this is going to be the end because that's what
It
everyone assumed is that Monet is going to win
and then
this. Everyone,
she stood like bolt up right through a
yeah,
Hathaway, and it was like, oh my god, this is so
it
cool. Like,
reminded us of Jay says it reminds us of Willy Wonka.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
that was yeah. Giovanna, that was my first like thought. It was like she's gonna like do like a backflip or something or something crazy, but no, she just lashed her Hathaway, and then yeah, like you say, they got it. The makeup shot,
mhm.
the way that the filter on like just picked up the red was like really
Mm.
cool. Oh my
it
god,
was
yeah.
it was picking up like people's t-shirts and stuff. It was awesome as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so good. And obviously like when we kind of got to like the normal filter, you could see the Tonys like she literally had like the makeup on, didn't she? Where it was like in
Mhm.
her
The Harlequin.
hair a bit. Yeah. It's fucking awesome. And this match, so when when we were first watching it, I thought it felt like it was starting off kind of slow, which was fine. But I was like, okay, this is going a bit slower than I expected it to start off with. And then when I watched it back, it was like that was only like the first like 3 minutes. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? How did they make that 3 minutes feel like in a good way? Feel like so like long and like so much
well
stuff in
paced.
there. Yeah.
This is the best North American women's match I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I
It's certainly up. It's up there
yeah
for me. I'd have to go back and watch
Off the top of
Monet
my
versus.
head, I mean,
I'd have to go watch Banks and Bailey again. Like I'd have to go back and watch that because I adore that match.
yeah
Like
that's
like the first match and the second match are two that I just fucking adore.
and there's a common thread there as well.
yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Is
So,
it the
but yeah,
Britt Baker's not in
It's
either of
almost
them?
like all those people who said Mercedes was washed because bad faith actors.
Yeah.
One of my other
like, and
favorite
I've
women's matches was Banks and Belair as well.
Hmm.
Again,
Like,
common thread.
Yeah.
yeah,
and like the series that Tony's had with Mariah as well. Like some of those matches, like their last the Hollywood ending match was stellar for me. So like,
Yeah.
but it's
Again, a common thread.
but like it is very much one of the best this year. Certainly, it's like it's.
It's almost like these are the two of the best women's wrestlers currently working in North America.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I love the story of this match, which is very much like it was very much Tony. I think she hit all three of her finishes, didn't she? She hit the Storm
Mhm.
Zero, she hit the chicken wing. She even pulled out the fucking move she rarely ever does, where it's like the float over into a cutter. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that fucking like
She
I don't
hadn't
think she's
done
hit
that for
that.
fucking
I mean,
ages.
there was one point where she hit 3 Storm Zeros in a row, and that wasn't enough.
But like it was very much Tony desperately trying to hit everything that she had in her arsenal to put Monet down, whilst Monet kept going for the armbar, kept going for the crossface, kept going for that submission. And like I love the story they were going for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did a really good job of obviously Tony's like very hard hitting and very explosive compared to Mercedes, who's a bit more of a technician.
Hmm.
And Tony knew if Mercedes was allowed to have that technical match, Mercedes was walking it. So she was having to try and find ways to kind of like outmaneuver it. They were both playing a lot of mind games with one another as
It's like
well.
Tony was trying to disrupt her a lot. Like a lot of like
Yeah,
every time Mercedes was trying to like set someone up, Tony was always trying to like use a bit of power to get out of it, or use like use her
It
body to
felt
sort
so
of.
scary whenever Tony was in a submission.
Mm.
And
yeah,
the desk, like the two of my favorite spots, both involve Luther. One was when they're on the apron and like Luther just grabs Tony by the legs and they do like a running bulldog off of Luther's shoulders.
yeah.
It's on the fucking apron. And the second
Uh,
was the follow-up where like I've never seen the crowd more angry about a manager getting fucking belted when Renee knees him in the face. Like the crowd
oh,
got so
was that when he
belligerent
did
at the
the
fact
catch and Tony thing and Mercedes
just
meteored them both?
yeah, they're just
And
like
then just
the
took his
crowd
glasses off and just snapped them.
snatched them. The crowd like it got the crowd was I've never like it literally that It's so weird. That moment just
Yeah.
reminded me so much of when Banks went up to Izzy and ripped the fucking ripped her
Yes.
ripped the headband up.
So
Like,
one thing as well, this kind of reminded me of the Mariah match from All In last year, where Luther got took out of action quite early on,
mhm,
and it just completely changed the match in a good way. Like, because there
yeah,
was less, they got the antics out the way with, and now it was like, all right, now we're just gonna
Mm.
kill each other. Um, they absolutely knocked lumps out of one another as well. There was so much,
the headbutts towards the end where obviously
yeah,
that got Tony bloodied.
yeah.
I was
Tony
gonna say,
bust their nose open hard way.
Brian Zane again made a really good point in his review. He said early in the match, Mercedes kisses Tony, which
Hmm.
what are you doing? You know, she as he described it, she's a sapphic type Pokemon, and that's only going to power her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it did because and the finish, Tony. So Tony and Mercedes are on the top rope. Mercedes pushes Tony off. Tony knocks Mercedes down, like stops, kisses her, and then Storm Zeros her off the top rope, which was horrific.
After the three storms areas that Ben
Yeah.
mentioned earlier did not put her down. I was like, holy shit. Like when that
Well,
happened, I was
first of all,
like,
because earlier on she hits the hip attack and then a Storm Zero, and like that,
Hmm.
she only just kicks out of that. Like, okay, so that
yeah.
didn't do it. Fine, okay. Then like three Storm Zeros, that didn't do it. Like, oh fuck, okay, what are we
Well,
gonna do here?
what I loved is it literally was getting to the point where almost like when Sami Zayn used to do like the very 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 last minute late just
Yeah.
and a kick out.
Yeah.
It was that like Sasha Banks wasn't kicking out. It was literally the barest shoulder off the mat. Like
Yeah. Mercedes did do one of those fucking one of those Jarrett ones where it's just like, ugh.
yeah,
Mm.
Where it's
but I
like
like that
I
because
just
it
rolled
really
over in the sleep, but it was
but
very good.
yeah, because it's literally like they have nothing left. They can't do an explosive on. It's like literally just getting there, like moving something off the mat.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it was so good, so good. Like, and yeah, this was one for the she's, the theys, and the queers. This match very much like I think my partner jokes like, is
Yeah,
this
it
like
was.
is this just a WLW match? Like, what's going on here? Like, is like yes, that's just Tony Storm. She's the
This
best.
match was for me, and I had a great time.
And
And
what one
let us not forget after the show in the press conference, Tony ended her interview by carrying Renee off because her trousers were distracting her. So she said she had to have her.
yeah.
Boombox lost two things that night.
He did. It she also did a list of people that she was going to say thank you to and people she's going to say fuck you to.
That
Uh,
was brilliant.
I've never seen Tony Khan look so nervous.
it was when she got Tony Khan stared at him for ages and then just went no comment and he was just like, last time he was that nervous in a press conference, CM Punk was eating muffins. And yeah, there was one thing that kind of
No, sorry, I had to like the call like you bring up the kissing. I just reminded me like then the fuck when Tony's got the chicken wing on Mercedes and she bites the arm.
yeah
So when they do the tombstone reversal, Tony just goes on full on mouth to
yeah
gooch.
And I mean, again, in the press conference, Tony did commend apparently the cleanliness of Mercedes' lips, all four of them.
She was like,
yeah
they tasted fantastic, all four of them. It was
yeah.
like,
And what one thing that kind of went unnoticed at the end, but was a really nice touch. Obviously, like the whole fact that she'd done an avalanche power driver was obviously Mercedes is fine. She's been tweeting since, but they had like all the doctors rushed to her
Mhm.
and checking on her, and then carrying her out after, and it was like, yeah, that's perfect because it's like literally Tony had to like nearly kill her to
mhm.
be
That
fair.
looks snug as fuck as well, that pile
Yeah,
driver. Like
yeah.
that, jeez, that vicious, that top rope one.
I mean, it's not like Mercedes to take a bump that looks like she's absolutely just fucking killed herself on it. But
And
yeah,
as Tony said in the promo to this match in the build-up, you know, to Mercedes, you fear an ordinary life, I fear an ordinary death.
yeah,
Oh, so good.
and yeah, this was phenomenal. I think it didn't matter who won this match. I think if Tony had won, would have been, which she did. It makes Tony look amazing, but Mercedes still looked phenomenal in defeat. I think if the result was the other way around, it would have been exactly the same thing.
But
Did you notice how they just retcon Mariah out of fucking Tony's like entrance video as well? Like,
Well, that's
oh
because
my
she's been
God,
sentenced to a lifetime of mediocrity.
this is true. This is true.
You were liked
Um,
but never loved. Also, credit to both the women for like making this match feel huge.
So good.
Everything
Yeah.
about it, from the build to the entrances to the way they wrestled it to the finish, like everything about it just felt enormous. It felt like a real main event. Like
This was the money match in the women's division.
Yeah.
It was just so good, and like there's so much story you can go from it. Obviously, you got Athena now lurking in the wings, the forever ROH champion versus essentially the forever AEW champion, right?
yeah.
Like, and then
I
you've
mean,
got the potential downfall of Monet, which is going to be fascinating as she, I assume, one by one just loses her belts over the next few months.
yeah. I mean as well, like it really feels like obviously that like coming out with this pay-per-view, the men's division is kind of like built around now Hangman, Ospreay, and Swerve. It certainly feels the women's division is the same thing, but with Tony, Athena, and Mercedes going forward. And that's like,
you've got your clear top three on
yeah,
both sides, haven't you? Which is great.
yeah. Tony can't be in a massive New Japan mark having his Three Musketeers.
The pillars are gone. Forget about the
We've
pillars.
done the pillars now.
You
We've
fucked
done
them
that.
off.
We're into the 2000s. We're doing the fucking Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Wait, the question is, which one's going to fuck off to MMA for a few years and then come back?
Tony, why not?
Tony for the women's, probably Ospreay because he's what else are you gonna do? But yeah, next up we had the second of three main events, which was the dream of all dream matches, the match that AEW have been teasing happening in AEW since day one.
The match that has single-handedly cost Tony Khan the most money.
Yes.
He had to basically form a company, wait 5 years, and then sign a Carter to make this match happen. He paid so many people for so long. You can call it a day now. You can shut it down.
I mean,
somebody came
it's
in
happened now. Like
the thing we've got to remember is as well though, like this match probably would have happened much, much sooner had it not been for like a litany of different things, like
CM Punk.
not even that. Like, so the first Forbidden Door, Kenny was injured,
Yeah.
so they couldn't do it there. The second Forbidden Door, Kenny was in the feud with Ospreay and Okada was wrestling Danielson, so they couldn't do it there. They were meant to do it at All In last year, but Kenny was injured.
They couldn't do it at that Wrestle Kingdom either because he was still in that feud with Bryan.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all again. It's like taking this long, but in a good way, because now it's like we're all kind of like
7 years since their last singles match.
Yeah.
And Kenny's nearly died, like probably twice.
Yeah.
Hernia, and all that. And vertigo.
He had every injury ever while he was like the world champion the first run. But yeah,
what I really liked about this match is, I mean, I haven't gone back and watched. I know a lot of people watched the series before the show to get
I didn't do that
back to speed. But from what I remember of the old Kenny, obviously it was nothing like those old Kenny. It can't be like they're both different. But
it's like you said, it's 7 years.
Yeah,
seven,
but it told the story of their bodies and their careers and where they are now, and it was so much better for it because this was Kenny, like this old beat down veteran. You know, this was like the wrestler, the film The Wrestler. This was Kenny as Randy the Ram Robinson, like getting up for one more run. You know what I mean? And knowing this is probably the last time these two are going to be in the ring together, maybe. And
I would not be surprised if they do one more because they're tied again, aren't they?
It's 2-2-1, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. I can see them doing one more to finally settle it, and this is the first of what will be another one in like I don't know when they'll do it next.
If this is
at some point,
I mean, if this
C2,
is it, then
just do it in the C2.
Fair play, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If this is it, I got enough out of it. I got my ending. Like I'm happy with it.
But between now and next All In, I can see them doing one more as like a this is the
two
one.
More. I think one in the C2.
Hey, we all want Kenny to be okay, right?
I
know
I've just said do it in the C2. I don't think
but he's like he can wrestle. He's got 2 more of these, and Kenny's like bleeding internally.
I would never want that.
I don't think Kenny's got a C2 in him. He can barely do a pike in contest at the moment.
But even like because this felt to me very much like the first one.
They could do a new
I
trilogy.
think you could do 2 more and mirror other ones.
There was certainly, like we were talking about it when we were watching it live, there was a lot of callbacks to that first match.
Yeah.
With the obviously the top rope Dragon suplex, the spot where Okada's just stood there and Kenny just drop kicked him in the back of his fucking head.
Yeah.
And
Okada's dropkick is still a thing of pure poetry.
it is.
Okada's dropkick gave Kenny vertigo.
But what a beautiful way to get vertigo.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful moment when Kenny, I can't remember what movie, he did a move, and then he tried to bridge into a pin, and like he just couldn't, his core strength just wasn't there, and he couldn't hold it.
Well, it was like the story where he goes for the when he, I forget what you call it,
the you can't escape.
That's it. You can't escape, and he stumbles because, like, obviously,
it's
selling the diverticulitis. Like,
I think Kenny knows he can't beat the card anymore. I think I like when I was unfortunately I was too much of a chicken shit when we were on Tom Clark's podcast calling predictions. Everyone was like, you, Joe, Tom were like, oh yeah, Kenny's got this right. This is Kenny's last run with the belt, and I was there thinking like, I think Okada's going to clean his club here. I think he's got his number.
When we did our predictions last week,
Kenny loves to lose.
I talked myself into Kenny Omega. Where I went in thinking Okada, and I talked myself into Kenny Omega, and I was so mad at myself for it in hindsight.
If there's one thing, right, that the Bucks and Kenny love doing, it's fucking losing matches. They love it. They just do.
And Kenny's got this lovely, like, he's in this lovely position now where he's this like wounded old veteran who's like trying to get up for one more run at glory, and his body can't quite do it. Like his mind, he's still one of the best wrestling minds in the world, but his body's just breaking down, and he's not quite got like that. He can't quite go to 10 anymore. He can go to like 9.5, but Carter can go to 11. So it's like,
and with the story
that makes me too sad to think about.
But as well, the story you've got with Okada and the story that they've slowly been building is Takeshita versus Okada. Like, there's been multiple teasers at this point where I think
I need that, like I need oxygen.
Well, I think Takeshita's obviously in the G1, isn't he, this year again? Is he? Yeah. So Takeshita's in the G1 again. So we're obviously not going to see him for a while. Gives Okada time to run with the unified belt for the next couple of months.
Again, to your point, they're already in the press conference after the show. Don Callis was very clearly calling Okada the greatest Japanese wrestler of all time.
Yeah,
and literally the week before this, we had Takeshita going to Okada like, this is only temporary. Like, they've been building that feud for like slowly for so long.
2.5 years now.
It's like I need that. I want that match, and I want to see Takeshita beat Okada.
I think that might be the final of the C2.
Can we also just appreciate Kota in full gremlin mode in the back shot of every outside shot?
I just wanted to leather Don once. I was like, Kota, what are you doing? I know you leathered fucking Rocky, but like, just once leather fucking Don.
He was just standing like outside the ring, like a sleep paralysis demon in the back shot every time they fought outside. It was great.
Also, we kind of got a kick out of the Woman Angel-ish.
Well, not proper.
I thought that was going to happen. I don't want it to happen now, Like, I'm at this point now.
I think it should.
Laredo Kid will not be denied.
Laredo Kid did kick out the Woman Angel. I
think if anyone, it should be Hangman at some point. If we run back Kenny and Hangman again, it should be Hangman.
I was gonna say Ospreay.
Hangman.
I think that
Hangman and Kenny have not crossed paths at all.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not normal about it.
It's fine.
It's not.
Don't make me get the spray bottle. I'll fucking do it. I'll call in the spray bottle, Faye. I will call it in. No, I think whoever kicks out the One-Winged Angel, it should be Kenny's last match, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should be his retirement match.
I mean, Kenny's old school. He's going out on his back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Takeshita would be the logical one for me now.
I wouldn't say no to Takeshita doing it.
I mean,
or Ibushi.
Every time
he's already kicked out.
Every time Kenny and Takeshita have been in the ring together, it's been absolute magic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I just want Kenny and Hangman one more time. I
could see Takeshita. Ospreay's the other one I keep kind of like leaning towards. Is like, he's had Kenny's number for fucking everything. The one thing he hasn't had his number for is the One-Winged Angel. But then Kenny only hit it once. Like, the other matches he couldn't hit it. So, who knows? And I can't think of anyone else on the roster at the moment. Maybe Fletcher.
Hangman.
Fletcher.
Nah, Hangman doesn't need it at this point, though, Faye. That's the thing.
No.
Like,
I,
I think
I
that,
just want it for me. Like,
I think I think kicking out the one with Angel's been built up that much now that if Hangman was going to do it, he should have done it in the full game match when he won the
Like
belt.
genuinely for me, like I'd love like because I loved going back and watching it. I loved Okada's entrance into New Japan. I know at the time everyone was like, "The
Yeah.
fuck is this?" Everyone hated it, but like this upstart from out of nowhere comes back off a fucking dreadful run in
Wait,
TNA.
that's that guy who was the spy for Samoa Joe.
Like fucking.
guys, I'm not appreciating these. Like, I know we
But
haven't had a TMFA, but like
but no,
we've
but
had too many ones, and I
you
don't
need
appreciate it.
you need to
We
see we need to do one where you see Okada in TNA because it's beautiful.
We've already
we've
done it, and
we've
it's
done a Kato.
upsetting.
Bring it
Incredible,
up
you've done
every
a
now and
cartoon.
again.
Perfect, fucking
Oh yeah.
perfect. But I would love, like, I don't know who this person is. 'Cause I'm not sure they even exist, or if they do, they're not in the company yet. But I would love something similar for AEW. What New Japan did to Okada, I'd love AEW to find that. Which, yes, I'm asking AEW to find a once in a fucking generation talent and give him the fucking belt.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like,
Kyle Fletcher's right there.
Kyle Fletcher could have
I
been a
think
good
Kale
one.
Fletcher has been a little too integrated
Mm,
into. I think there was a point where you probably could have done it, but I thought at this point Kyle feels like he's too part of the
I'm trying to
AEW
think.
Oh,
landscape.
you mean like a guy just like coming in with a bullet and being like,
Literally,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
doing that. And I think there was a time where they could
Debut
have
just
done that. They could
yeah.
have done it,
Fucking
but
get Driller in. Just bring Driller into AEW. Have him kick out. It'll be fine.
Problem is,
like,
like,
yeah, it's
you've got to be really careful there because if you bring a guy in and like you look like you're over pushing them, if it's the wrong guy, they're over pushed and it just
Yeah.
falls flat, doesn't it? And it's like,
I'm all for it though because it happens all the like you like I like watching like boxing and MMA and things like that, and like it can happen. Like the
Yeah.
guy, it just takes one guy in the right spot, big guy goes down. That is it, out of fucking nowhere.
I'm
Like
still
I would,
manifesting Hangman.
I'd love to. I don't, like I said, I don't know who that person is. I don't know if they exist.
It would have probably for me would have been Osprey if they had have just like signed him, not like brought him in and done any of the stuff before with like Kenny or Jericho, and just had him just debut and just
but
fucking.
he already had such a body of work that didn't he in New Japan?
He did, but he was still largely unfamiliar to like an American audience, I would have
I
said.
feel like Gabe Kidd could have been that person potentially.
Gabe's a
Could have
very
done
good
it.
shout.
I think that would have happened
But
at Wrestle
Gabe's,
Kingdom, though.
Gabe's been like a goober for the last like 2
Yeah.
months, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
But like
Um,
it's just I think that's the story I'd love to see with like
I
because
know,
no one would
I
expect
know
it.
what we're all thinking. It should have been Action Andretti after he beat Jericho.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
History's greatest monster, Action Andretti. That's who we
God,
should
what
have
if it's
got.
Jericho?
Oh,
Have you seen the picture we put on Instagram today? He's been in the lab. He's been in the gym. He looks ripped.
yeah, but Fozzy have also just released a new song, so he's not fucking it going anywhere anytime soon. Also, isn't his contract like up soon?
Yeah,
Everyone's saying the reason he's getting in shape is to go back to WWE
Oh
for one
God,
last run.
please don't threaten me with a good time. Please don't threaten me with Jericho versus Punk in Saudi Arabia. That's what we need.
Right, before we move on to the main event, can we just talk very briefly about Kenny's entrance because it was absolutely fire. Literally, there
So
was lots
good,
of fire.
wasn't it?
as a massive Final Fantasy nerd, oh my god, it was everything I needed.
Yes.
Was his gear Monster Hunter?
I've not seen a close up of his gear, so I don't
It was like
know.
the bone, spiky bone armor.
He had the
And it had,
bone
like,
stuff
reptile
and
eyes and
his
stuff.
wrists as well, and then he had like his tights.
Reptilian, like
It was like two tone, so it was like red on one side and blue on the other. It was like dragon face.
So the guy who sang for him, he's like really famous. He's been in all
Mhm.
sorts.
Nat told us all about him.
Yeah, he was the male vocal lead on the song for the Shadowbringers trailer, which if you've never seen it, I'm sure
Watch it.
You know Ball Ollie. This is
No,
possibly
no.
the greatest piece of media ever conceived.
You're talking to like the person who devoured Final Fantasy 14 over the course of COVID and cried at the ending when they finally fucking gave it to us. Yeah, you
same
do not
here,
need to know. You do not need to know anything about Final Fantasy 14. You just need to watch the trailer for Shadowbringers. Actually, watch any of the Final Fantasy. Just watch all of the Final Fantasy. The trailers for Final Fantasy 14. Watch all the trailers for the expansions. They are the best fucking choreographed, fucking musically.
Watch the
fucking-
Shadowbringers one like 4 times.
It's
the best.
So good.
It's the same
So
composer,
hype.
isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Who's done
Yeah.
Kenny's music.
Yeah, so the
It-
guy that composes Final Fantasy 14 has composed Final Fantasy 16. It's when Kenny announced that he had this new track and like I immediately was like, oh my God, that's just the music from Final Fantasy 14. This is incredible.
Yeah.
It's
Like
It was so funny.
they got that guy to do his new song for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great because Tom actually like was watching the pay-per-view with us, and Tom also is on your level, like on both
He,
your guys' levels.
Yeah.
Like he had a great
Masayoshi
time.
Soken is the guy, is the
So
composer.
yeah.
Yeah, Tom
Tom
had the
spent
best time.
Tom spent the entirety of Kenny's entrance trying to convince me to start a save on Final Fantasy 14 and play with him.
It's not a
Do it.
save, Jay.
No,
It's
no.
a character. It's an
Do it.
MMO.
No,
It's
no.
not a single player
I'm
game.
not. I will go back and replay that fucking thing.
I
I
know.
adore it.
I know
Ollie,
what
I'm
it
gonna
is,
put you
Ben.
in touch with Tom.
I was
Like,
trying to
it'll be
upset
fine.
you, Ben. It also made me want to play Final Fantasy 16, and then I remember playing it and not really enjoying it too much. So that was sad.
I'm having a cracking time with it at the moment in time. Like
I am gonna go back to it.
I just picked it up on because it came out on the Xbox at long
Mhm.
fucking last. Me being
But yeah,
fucking being an Xbox player in fucking 2025. Jesus Christ, I picked the wrong console. But
yeah.
it's
Jay, play Final Fantasy 14. You can be a femro, same as me. We'll be muscle mummies together, and we'll have a good
it's
time.
so good.
Okay,
It's so good.
I'd like to be a muscle mummy.
Get Tom to play with you. That'll be a fun thing, and then
That-
stream it for
Tom
me.
heals, so I tank Tom heals. We can get quick dungeon queues. It'll be fine.
Okay. I'll look into it. I think I've got it installed on my PS4 5 to be fair.
Yeah, it's on play. It's cross-play and everything, man. So yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, am I gonna have to play this now as well? Like, is this a thing?
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
We'll discuss that another time. We've got something else to discuss, which
Right,
Yeah, we have.
I'm gonna buy fucking Dawn Trail after this.
and that thing we've got to discuss is Kevin Hart's DraftKings advert, guys. I can't believe he cut the sound off.
True cinema. True cinema.
Um,
Jay was like, they cut the sounds off the second one, and then he started speaking.
The
and Jay
greatest
was so
spectacle in
upset.
modern American wrestling.
yeah. Now let's talk about probably one of the best matches AEW have ever done.
The entrance.
I
Oh
think
my
that's
God, the entrance.
probably about fair.
Genuinely, I think this is generally one of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah,
Like, no hyperbole. I think it's gone straight into one of like the top 5 of my favorite matches of all time.
So in the build up to this, I rewatched the first Texas Death with Hangman and Mox and Hangman and Swerve in Texas Death again because they're two of my favorite AEW matches, and also they've just been put on the AEW YouTube channel.
It's really weird. Like I'm not going to say they didn't do as many weird spots in this one as they did in the first one.
I think the thing with this one, which made it so compelling,
they gave us less to give us more. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
that I was going to say the thing that made this so compelling was because John Moxley's whole heel character is that he controls everything. And it's not that he's the most violent guy in the ring. It's not like he normally was. It's not like he's just going to brutalize the person. It's that he's going to control everything.
It's like no matter what you think about the Death Riders and Moxie's title run, it's all right. It's been up and down.
Yeah.
But at every batch he's had, he's always had an answer for everything.
Yeah.
I think in retrospect, like I think the Death Riders run would be looked on a lot more favorably because if you go back to after like the Cope matches, like you go back
They
to
killed
when,
it. The Cope matches killed that fucking like.
you
left
go
it
back
dead.
you go back and watch the Cope versus Mox match where they do the fucking spike thing. Everything after that point has been killer. Like it's been slowly getting better and better and better. To
that
the
match
point
itself
now,
was really good as well.
yeah, that match I think kick-started a lot of what then has been going right with the Death Riders feud. It made it click, it made it work, it made it a lot more. Yes, there was a slump in the middle, but like not to compare it to the fucking Bloodline feud, a whole fucking year of the Bloodline feud was a fucking slump in the middle.
Yeah.
Not everything's fucking great. It started great, ends great, perfect. But like it just, I think what got me was it's the little things. It's been the little things all along that's really gotten me into this. And I think what highlighted for me was when Hangman's doing his entrance. They do they do the whistle. You know, they have like that amazing like acoustic and the whistle and like the hype in the video pack of video of like Hangman walking through the bar and he looks at the saddle, and then Ghost Town fucking Triumph hits, and like the crowd erupted. And what I loved was again going back to AEW's production, just spot on was the camera crew were looking at the heel
The
entrance.
heel tunnel.
They
Oh, I
looked at the
know.
heel tunnel
Which-
and they had to do a quick pan over to and like obviously like, oh, they made a mistake. No, that was an intentional because
Yeah.
he's
And
been coming out of the heel tunnel.
Hangman comes out and he's like almost tentative. There's like a little bit of hesitation there. Like it's almost like he doesn't.
He's there in the white. He's changed his facial hair again. He's got
And he's
like
got his beige. He's got his tan jacket on.
It's those little
Yeah.
details that have made me so invested in Hangman's story from the start. Like
It was such a full circle moment from the first time Hangman come out that heel entrance, which was the Owen final last year, I believe, where Jarrett was looking at the. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Jarrett was looking at the heel entrance and Hangman come out the face entrance.
yeah,
And that was the last time he's come out the face entrance, if I recall rightly, because everything after that was.
No, I thought it was after the swerve thing. After he made a swerve in Texas Death.
I thought he come
It's
out
like
the
he
heel one
went-
still. Oh no, he left in the heel one. You're right.
No,
You're right.
he left in the
yeah.
heel one because he accepted what he'd done and what he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was such a good redemption arc for Hangman.
And that's
I
why
think-
Hanger's so good because like he can do more with a facial expression or a wardrobe choice
Yeah.
or something, one aspect of anything. He can do more with one thing than most wrestlers can do with
He
their
wears a
entire package.
shirt and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
I think what this match made me realize, or match made me realize two things to like as I was watching it. One, that Daniel Bryan was my favorite wrestler of all time. Bryan Danielson was my favorite wrestler of all time. The second thing was that Hangman is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Saying that while Jay's in the room.
Like,
It's fine. It's fine.
those
I
are-
fucking
those-
seconded.
those are the two people that I have watched and I have gone like I felt like I've watched their journeys. Like I've been so emotionally like I go back to WrestleMania 30 when Bryan won it. We were there at Wembley when like the match with Swerve. Like watching Bryan win it there, I was like, holy shit, I'm never gonna see something like this again. I got as emotional as watching Bryan win it live as Bryan won it in 30 as I did to Hangman fucking winning it. Like
Yeah.
winning it in this match.
Because Hangman makes you care, and at the end of the day, that's all you want.
Hangman-
when you watch
Hangman
wrestling.
and Mox
You
have
just
made
wanna
me-
care.
Like
Yeah.
Hangman and Mox have made me care so much about not seeing a fucking title belt.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think I cared about not seeing the AEW title, but when Hangman is there with the briefcase in his hands with that fucking look on his face down
Don't,
the
honestly.
lens of the camera.
And the motherfucker, he faked out like he couldn't open it.
But like
And
it
then,
was,
then he stopped and he just let it sit there for like 5-10 seconds, and then he just ripped it open, and it was like,
and like at the slightest glimpse of the title, you heard how loud that crowd got. Like I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I've gotten so emotionally invested in this that I'm now like emotional about seeing the fucking AEW title. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck-
Don't even start me on it because like I fucking freaked out. And then these guys were like, "Stop talking about it, we'll talk about it tomorrow." And then I just sat there and they were like, "You're still fucking thinking about that belt, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I literally had to tell Faye we can't talk about this now because we'll be up all night.
Oh.
Because I could
it's
see
too
the
in the-
fucking.
it's
I could
too-
see the
also,
gears in Faye's head going. I was like, we're fucking not talking about this now.
Shout out for this moment
Um,
happening at 2 a.m, not 5 a.m. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I wouldn't have slept if it was 5.
One
I
one
just wouldn't have
thing
slept.
one thing obviously we just kind of like touched on Hangman there as well. It goes out saying like the work that Mox has done as champion is incredible. I think obviously it's not been for everyone, but that's the point. Like when you have it where a heel champion feels like an oppressive reign and almost like toppling a dictator, like that you get that kind of a feel good moment.
I mean,
where-
the work that Mox did in this match alone
Yeah,
was generational. Like I said to you, I think I said to you before the match, Jay. I said like Hangman and Mox bring out the best in each other because Mox makes Hangman feel like this absolute superstar, and Hangman makes Mox feel like an absolute murderer.
Look,
Like
I
Mox
need
has been
to-
presented as like a bit of a geek in some of his matches. Like he's
Mm.
like sort of survived because of the device. He
He's
felt
a
like he
human
was
dog
he
of
was
a
he
man.
was literally in the sort of match. I'm going to rip him apart, and like you believed him.
Mm.
Like you
But-
absolutely believed him.
But that's the thing. Like I know obviously like during the reign, like there's been times where we've been saying like I'm not feeling this. I just kind of want Mox to drop the belt. I'm so in hindsight, I'm so glad I was wrong. And
So-
that they dragged it to this moment because it wouldn't have felt near as big if it wasn't in that stadium with all those people
Remember when
reacting
we
the
were
way
all
it did.
begging for Swerve to win a few months back? And we
No.
were like,
Yeah, well, yeah, actually.
we were fucking wrong, weren't we?
if you like to go back to the point you guys are making about like Mox and Hangman bringing out the best of each other, there is a book from what is called Way of the Blade. Um, which is like talks about death matches, deathmatch history and stuff like that. And I saw a
That
passage.
sounds amazing.
I saw a passage about John Mox. There's like an interview with John Moxley where he is talking about his match with Hangman back in 23, and like it is such a fascinating read, hearing John Moxley thought process not going into just that match, but his approach to death matches in general and his respect he has for Hangman Page. It's insane. Like he talks about how like so many matches where like he says essentially like he's reading his thought process going into a match like this, where it's like he says don't do the thing they expect. Like there's all talking about how like when like they do like the long slow drawn out always got the bat and always going to hit him but he misses, like no, just do it, like change it up, mix it up. Moxie doesn't allow you time to see what he's doing. He wants you to immediately have a reaction and not even be able to get over
you're
it.
hit someone really quickly with it, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be there and done and bang, and it's not like this drawn out thing. So he's like, but wrestling tells you to draw it out, to take it slow, to place the people in the back. Like it's such a Way of the Blade. There is a whole like it's on. There was an
I've just added it to my Amazon basket.
Yeah,
so
if you search literally, if you can see the excerpt. If you Google like literally Mox Hangman death match, Mox talking about Hangman in death matches, you'll find like this expert on Squared Circle that got posted 3 days ago. It is such a fascinating insight in reading Mox's thought process, but he gives Hangman so much praise where they were literally like they didn't really have like they both like you talk about how like Hangman likes Mox says he likes to be creative, he goes on the fly, and Hangman's the same. So they're like, oh, I was thinking of this, cool, we should add that, amazing, done, bang, they just do it. Like it's incredible. Like you need to read that expert. It's a fascinating read. Like, and they go into how much Mox goes into detail, how much him and Hangman just fucking work and bring the best out of each other.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go into some of the big moments in this match though, because like literally it took 90 seconds until both men were bleeding.
Yeah.
Secret fork. Secret fork.
Mox goes to stab Hangman with a fork. Hangman pulls one out his boot. Mox does a takedown. Hangman like gets him in a triangle choke and just starts stabbing him in the head with a fork.
Have you seen the slow-mo shot?
I have seen the slow-mo where like literally you can see the blood squirting out the top of Mox's head. It's horrific.
And again, they fucking left the camera on it. They just zoomed in on fucking Mox's head being bloodied and squirting, and you don't see that. You never see that in a match. They always cut away, or it's like it's always hidden. But this was Hangman was just stabbing the dude in the head with a fork, and
we don't need blades.
Yeah, these guys both opened each other up the hard way. Like a couple of minutes later, Mox wrapped barbed wire around Hangman's head, and it's right into the camera, and you see like a little speck of blood, and then just for good measure, Marina like starts biting Hangman's forehead where he's cut, and then he's pissing blood too.
Then we got some real glass. Mox just dragged Hangman on his back through the glass.
Yeah,
it was great. He put it in his head, in his face as well.
Yeah. There was the dead eye onto the glass later, which was horrifying as well.
Marina gets a DVD through the table.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then the Death Riders went and just ignore her.
Yeah.
She's just dying in the table, and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
What was interesting was that because that was when Hangman was starting to get a bit of momentum, wasn't it? Like that's one thing with the Death Riders interference I do like, is that they never just come out and just instantly take over the match. They always wait until Mox looks like he's in a bit of jeopardy, and then they come and they outnumber everybody. Pretty much immediately after, so it's just Yuta comes out first, doesn't he? And then Hangman hits him with his fist wrapped in barbed wire.
So it's when Mox is going for, like, Mox has got the chairs facing each other, getting onto the turnbuckle to do like a suplex onto it or something, and Hangman goes fuck that, and instead falls down, turns the chairs next to each other, the spines are next to each other, and Hangman does the powerbomb literally dead center onto it. That's when Yuta then runs in and starts causing the interference.
Like, I want to cause Renee generational trauma.
So we've just been saying like 3 minutes before, I'm so glad they didn't put the chairs the other way, because those bumps are gnarly, and then that happens. Like,
I'll fucking take it. Yeah, let's go.
I'm absolutely shocked Mox didn't separate his shoulder.
There is literally a tweet from Renee, literally like 30 seconds in, when the fucking fork's going and all it says is just "what the fuck."
Yeah.
Like, I think
she tweets presumably after like the Kenny match or the Tony match. She says,
yeah, like this is the most fun
I love wrestling, and then like half an hour later when Mox is matching, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Why is my husband doing this to himself? Yeah. So Death Riders all come out of it again. It starts with Yuta, then Claudio, and then Gabe, and
Yeah, you had Yuta come in first. Paige does the Death Valley driver to Marina to the outside. And that's when the others start getting involved.
yeah, Osprey comes to even the odds between Claudio and Gabe and Hangman,
and then gets himself Pillmanized
and
again.
then gets his neck fucking stomped on by Claudio and stretch it out.
Again, building off the fucking match at the start, where it's like, oh fuck, like that's not just Joe taken out like that. That's
I love how there's like 5 or 6 medical experts like looking, like seeing to Osprey when like Hangman and Moxley are just
Marina's just dead the other side of the
Marina's
ring.
dead on the other side of the arena. She doesn't move for like 5 minutes.
Well, I think you see the stretcher in the background as Mox and Hangman are fighting on the apron to superplex each other into the fucking barbed wire tables, and there's just a stretcher going to Will in the background.
And
what about those guys? They'll be all right.
Yeah, Mox come out of that barbed wire table, and like his whole like upper body was just red.
So that table spot was horrible because like Mox caught the worst of it because he went to most of the table, but Hangman slid across one of them.
It was a lovely, because he slashed his back open. It was a lovely callback though to the Lance Archer Mox. Texas
that wasn't actually on that spot. I thought that too. That was just before that, where Hangman's trying to do a superplex into the ring. And Mox like does like the scratch across the back, but gets the barbed wire and does it. That was what did that.
Dragged
Mox
it down
just like literally just must have just caught Hangman when he did it, like just like opened him up on his side. Because I was thinking, nah, to be from that spot, but then he just before he's got like his whole side's piss and blood. Like it's got to be that.
So then the Death Riders have taken over the match. They've got the number. There's no one left. They've got the numerical advantage, right?
You had and that's when Mox is like doing the bulldog chokes, and he does the fucking brutal Death Rider through the chair. Like that.
I will say in this point, Hangman has absolutely nailed the 9.999 second stand up. Like
so close, so many times.
I'm so glad I went back and watched this match because the anxiety of it the first time, I was just watching it through my hands because like I'm terrified Mox is gonna fucking win.
Right.
Like because we've been conditioned for this for like the last 9 months where Mox gonna lose this guy. Oh god, Mox won.
And there's that like it's weird, there's been that looming spectre of Khan's building up Mox to lose to Darby. Like that looming spectre of it's gonna be Darby.
Who fucking shows up from cutting a promo from the top of Mount Everest.
Who wastes their last little bits of oxygen on Everest to cut a fucking promo?
I mean, fucking incredible. It's so funny. Like, Mox has gone to Claudio to get the bag. Like, you was there with the fucking bag to fucking...
Did you notice, right, that if we go from the beginning of the Death Riders feud, Yuta, like, had to be forced to take the bag. But then now...
He snatches it
like,
Claudio,
He's like, give me the bag.
Dressed exactly like fucking Danielson was in the white t-shirt and the green pants and the long fucking hair.
So as they're about to plastic bag him, obviously Darby comes on the screen, cuts a promo on Mox saying he's going to come down from Everest and tear your world down. And in the background, Blue Panther gets in the ring and hits a Psycho knee on Wheeler Yuta, and then reveals it's Bryan Danielson, who days after receiving a cease and desist to stop doing the yes chant, is doing the fucking yes chant.
Hey, that wasn't Danielson, that was Blue Panther doing that yes chant. I love you now.
Yeah.
That was true. But it looks like Danielson's cleared then, guys.
Yeah.
Tucker turned up in CML and ROH saving Blue Puffin Panther. Like,
no, but the bump
he didn't do a fucking tope in either of them, though, Ollie. He did a very safe Psycho knee where he landed on his arse instead of his neck.
And then Darby does the longest fucking ab sail from the top of that stadium.
I think people have forgotten that Darby was like coming in, because of like the Bryan Danielson of it all.
I thought it was a swerve. I thought it was like, Darby's doing the distraction for Bryan to get in the ring, and then it's like, wait, no, someone's just hanging from the ceiling. Of course, it's fucking Darby.
Darby had spent
he was up there for like
night.
half the show. People saw him like up there for like just watching the show from the rafters.
Yeah. So one thing I was discussing with Ben, was it yesterday, Ben, was about the interference, which is key to it all, is that because obviously Death Riders, they were all over Hangman. Everyone who came to help Hangman did not touch Mox once.
It was
Danielson
just to clear out the ring.
Danielson went
Danielson just
after
beat up Yuta.
Yuta, Claudio, and Gabe Kidd.
So did Darby.
Darby had a stare down with Mox to distract Mox to take a buckshot, and then dived on everyone. And then Danielson and Darby got rid of the Death Riders. Danielson also, as I say, did a fucking tope. Like, I think he's good. I think he's okay.
Yeah.
If we don't get Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson at Forbidden Door, I'm going to be a sad person.
Because after that buckshot lariat is when like Marina helped Mox up on the outside, wasn't it?
He did the dead eye to
That's
the
it.
table,
Buckshot over, then it's
yeah.
the dead eye.
And then it was just Marina and Mox and Hangman.
And he was like, "Go get the key."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I
No,
want to show
before
him.
that,
I want to show him.
before that you had the books.
Well,
That's
yeah.
when the books came out. So you had Darby Allin do the coffin drop to the outside. Hangman's done the buckshot inside, does the dead eye through the table. Marina's picking up Mox, and then you just see the two fucking books in the background. That's when the EV trigger
Yeah.
Hangman. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, they're going to cost him.
And
They're going to be the ones that are going to cost him.
It was the fact that it did that shot of like Matt counting it down as well. It's like, oh fuck, oh no, this is it. Hangman gets up again at like 9.5. And then as like the books, Mox is getting the belt.
No, it's before that you had then, because then they do the EVP trigger, and that's when Marina and Mox get the bed of nails out. Because like I think there've been glimpses of it earlier, like there's something under there with a nail sticking out of it. They pull out this bed of nails, pull it into the ring, and it's like, oh god, they're gonna do the fucking spike thing again, aren't they? But they do. No, it's fine. They just Mox does the curb stomp onto Hangman, but Hangman has his arm in the way, so it's like it's fine. You didn't really hit the bed of nails. And then I think I do not know how they did this spot. I do not know how, because I've seen it time and time again. It's like, but Hangman takes the Death Rider onto the bed of nails,
onto the corner
of the bed of nails, and it generally thinks, oh my god, they've killed him. Like how they did that safely, I do not know, because you look back at it and it generally looks like Hangman's just been spiked onto fucking nails.
Yeah, it's like the first time you're like, oh, we got his hand in the way, it's fine, that was okay, that was safe. And then like you say, then say, oh yeah, watch this, and oh shit. All right.
Legitimately, like, what the fuck have I just watched? I swear I've just seen Hangman die in the ring.
Yeah, and then Hangman gets up, and then Mox sends Marina to get the belt.
It's like, I want to show it to him. I want him to see. He's basically, I'm going to hit him with it, basically, is what he says.
He wants it so badly, I'll show it to him, and then he'll never see it again.
And then Marina is handcuffed to the timekeeper's area. And what I love about this is Prince Nana pops out, but he's changed because he was wearing like a red suit. He's changed to all black, like he was like a fucking ninja hiding under the table. It was like, that's brilliant.
I like to think he's just been there for the whole show, just under the table.
And then Swerve again takes out the books, doesn't touch Mox, takes the books out.
Yep, comes out with the chain, nails the chain on the books. And then 1, 2.
The most scariest moment of the match for me is Swerve with the chain staring at Hangman. It's like, oh no, oh god, no! Please don't do it, Swerve.
Swerve has a title shot, so it's like, who do I want to face? That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like he was saying.
I think in that logic, Swerve probably wants to take it off Hanger.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like,
well, it's like
they hate each other.
It's what Will was saying. What Ospreay was saying, like, look, we've got to put our differences aside. It's all about getting the belt off Moxley. That's the main goal. No matter who it ends up on, just get it away from Mox. That's like, what it's got to be.
And like, I loved like, I know Collision doesn't get watched a lot, but that promo, that sit down back, like, because everyone thought there was going to be a Hangman
Collision
Swerve.
Not get watched a lot. Like,
but like there was that Hangman Swerve. Like everyone was expecting Hangman and Swerve to have a moment like before All In, where they were like going to either be in the same ring or like it's going to be in the crowd, they're going to be in the same ring, something's going to happen. But they saved it for the backstage segment. They saved it as like a post Dynamite backstage thing they showed on Collision, where Hangman sat down with Swerve and they just hashed it out. And like I loved like Hangman dropping the chain, and the chain comes back now. Like I love this view. I love this story. I loved everything.
And then they fake us out because like Moxley gets wrapped up in the chain. He throws him over the thing. He chokes him. He gets out. He escapes. Moxley's got the chain. Like he gets the chain off Hangman, and it's like, oh shit, no, it's gone wrong. Like, you know, Swerve's given Hangman the chain. Hangman's used it. Moxley escapes from the choke, and then Hangman just buckshots him. He takes a
I don't know how he managed to do it though. Like the space between like the where he is in the where Hangman is on the apron, where Mox is, and where the bed of nails is, there did not seem to be more than there not need to be room for Hangman to jump over, nail him, and Mox to fall on the bed of nails, and yet
All I can
fucking
say is,
hell.
if lesser wrestlers tried that, maybe their legs would explode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
But
Or
then,
they'd
yeah, Mox,
fall on their ass.
Mox
yeah,
takes a flat back bump onto the bed of nails.
because
Sick
he's a
bastard.
freak. Because he's a
Um,
sicko.
and then and his sell for that was incredible. And there was a shot where it was like panning above the ring, and you can just see him like lying there like that, like just like
He does
screaming.
a great like twitch, doesn't he? When he's like,
Well,
when he has like these like,
let
yeah,
let's talk about the actual bestseller of the match,
Yeah,
which
so Hanger wraps him again, he takes him to like the opposite hard cam side, to like the main crowd
In
mhm.
front of
area.
the biggest
Yeah,
portion of the crowd there's ever going to be in that, because like that's where the whole crowd was looking on.
very deliberately takes him to that side of the
Yeah,
ring, throws him over. Moxley to his like in like 5 seconds of Moxley's body language, he sells so much. He basically a man who's like he basically realizes he's all alone at this point. No, there's no
So
one left.
the
the,
fear like overtakes him, doesn't it? Like,
Mm.
this was the same finish from the original one they had. The difference in Mox's body language, where in the first one it was almost like defiance, where it was like he kind of realized I can't get out of this. I'm just gonna have to like tap.
tap.
To this one where he's frantically trying to get out, and then he realizes
What he's done.
like not even what he's done. Like he manages to get himself into a safe position, but he realizes I still can't get out. I
Yeah,
have to tap.
no one's coming to save him. No one's
Yeah,
left to help him.
and oh, it's just fucking
his
brilliant.
like his selling was like it did. 'Cause, like I've seen, I had a bunch of people being like, "Oh, why is this a Texas Death Match? Why is it not like a traditional match? Why can't it have the 1, 2, 3 moment?" And like what I love about AEW's Texas Death Match is, yes, it has the draw of a 1 to 10 last man standing match, which can be a bit of like a deflating ending, but because they've got the fucking submission, you get that moment, you get the definitive where the crowd's rallying and chanting and cheering, and they're waiting for it and they're waiting for it. And Mox is there and he's straggling, and he's, as you're saying, like he's sitting there and he's like,
He's
he
like a
can't get out,
dying
he can't get
animal.
out. And he takes there is a beat where he's like hands just above his chest. The crowd are just anticipating it. And then when he does it, it fucking blows the roof off. Like it is that
I,
the eruption when it's over is insane.
I think as well, like that's the only way they can get Mox to submit, and it to kind of still protect him to a degree,
Hmm.
Yeah.
where like literally it was like a life and death situation. And that's the other thing as well. Like he's literally his whole thing in this whole run is I'm willing to die for this belt. I'm gonna make everyone better. I'm gonna make everyone just like me. And Hangman had to literally be just like John Moxley to win that belt. Like it was, and
Mox
also
achieved what he set out to do.
yeah, but also he had like a death grip on the belt, and in the end, he had to give it up. Um, and then obviously we got the ending where Hangman opens the belt, still got Danielson's plates on.
An
Um,
amazing attention to detail as well.
yeah,
Don't like honestly, right? Okay. So Mox has been carrying Brian with him this whole time. He's been carrying Brian ever since he shut Brian away. He couldn't even look at him, but he's been carrying with him through the entire title run. Like, what even? It's just,
so what's interesting is he said he's putting the locking. He made it out that he's locking the belt away until someone worthy came to take it off him.
no
Now,
one's worthy of
but
Brian.
but
But Hangman
but
was.
this is the thing. Brian could have helped anyone during that whole run. Brian chose to help Hangman.
I know.
So that show that in that moment, like when Mox looks at Brian, it's like he's seen a ghost. Like it's almost like Brian's like kind of like come back to haunt Mox, but also that's the first thing where Mox is starting to think, shit, can I actually beat Hangman here? Is he the guy? Also, let's not overlook the fact probably writes the biggest wrong in AEW history of Hangman losing that belt to Punk in the first place.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was. Have we got anything to add to that?
Perfect match.
It
Absolutely
was,
perfect match.
yeah,
Oh,
Like they I get so I get so invested in like there's like certain wrestlers I get so invested in. I get cheerful for them, like I get angry when they lose sometimes, but like the ones that hit me that actually like get me to tears when I get so invested, Hangman is that guy. Like Hangman has been the main character of AEW since it started. Like everyone was when you go back to when AEW starts and it's Hangman versus Jericho for the title, everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? He's the fucking like he's the whipping boy of the Bullet Club.
let's,
Like, what is this? Who is this person? And then here we are 5 years later.
mm,
We've seen his rise, the run with Kenny, winning the belt for the first time, like his story with the Dark Order, like the fall, the feud with Swerve, and now this, the build back to finally being the fucking guy again.
yeah,
Like he is. There was a sign like at the end. It says Hangman is AEW's heart and soul, and that could not be more fucking true. Yes, the Bucks built it. Yes, it was built off the back of like it was Bucks and Cody and Kenny's name, but Hangman is AEW. Like
they
there
said
is.
that though in an interview very recently. The books they said they believe that Hangman is the main character
He
of
always
AEW.
has been.
and let's
Like
not forget, like when he was in that match with Jericho at the start, like there was a lot of resentment from people who saying, "Oh, they're just going to give him this belt and just like say this is our guy," and the fact that they give it to Jericho first, and then he had to go on this.
Proceeded to put Hangman through the ringer.
Well, he had to go on a journey, which everyone had to go on with him. I think that's why he's such a beloved character now, and that's why he is the main character because we've all been on that journey with Hangman to the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and back to the top again. And
I
he's not always been a fan favorite, but that's kind of what makes it so good.
feel like even when he was the quote unquote bad guy coming off the Swerve feud and what he did to Swerve and all of that, people still wanted him. Like it wasn't like a oh like people weren't people wanted him to be good again because it's like no Hangman, we know this isn't your character. We'd like it's not like he doesn't just turn heel or turn face. He doesn't start a story with somebody and start with somebody in one feud and then it ends and he goes into something completely different with no ties. Hangman's journey from the start to now has been a
Carries every
consistent
experience with
yeah,
him.
there is a consistent thread and through line and progression and
But
yeah.
Ollie,
also,
let's
like,
just talk about this forever on Saturday,
al-
okay?
also, like when Hangman was a heel, he was a heel who made good points. He was a completely justified heel
Yeah,
because the
Hangman
fans
did
did turn
nothing
on him.
wrong.
Well, I don't know about that, but the
Hangman did nothing wrong.
I I will argue that one, but never mind. Um, but like he literally like the fans turned on him because Swerve become cool. And then obviously because Hangman cost Swerve that TNT title shot, I haven't forgotten Faye. Um, and like that was what kind of turned everyone on Hangman. But the guy broke into his fucking home. Um, he was justified in that. Um, but yeah, it is such a brilliant story, and like again, as I say, like this chapter of it with the Death Riders, where Tony Khan admitted it wasn't his first choice, but he saw the reaction when Hangman came out and had that stare down with Mox at Full Gear, and that was when it was like, okay, it has to be Hangman.
it couldn't be anybody else. Like I know people want it to be Swerve. I think I was a moment I was like, yeah, I'd like it to be Swerve, but that was more so because kind of wanted, I more so wanted the storyline to end versus wanting Swerve to win it. Whereas this was like, no, this is Hangman. This is Hangman's time, and this is the perfect way to end this story. And this story's been so good because of the likes of Swerve losing, like when Cope lost, when it started with fucking Orange Cassidy losing. Like, there's been so many moments in this story where you look back at it, it has not all been perfect, the Death Rider story, but you could not ask for a more perfect ending to a
Yeah.
feud, to a show, to the
Yeah.
past 5 months of AEW. Like, I know everyone's like sick, probably sick of like hearing like restoring the feeling or AEW's back to how it was, but like fuck me, 2025 AEW could not be in a better fucking place. Like it is the hottest show in wrestling right now, like bar none.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Forbidden Door now as well.
So excited, so
Um,
fucking excited.
that being said, what do we give this show? What do we rate this out of usually? Is it 10?
Out of 10, yeah.
Yeah. What do we give it out
11.
of 10? Oh, I don't know about that.
11.
Don't know about that.
Hangman winning has just, yeah.
I think it definitely gets a higher mark because of the ending, but I think the first looking at the card, like the tag title match went a little bit too long for me. I think the first two matches were a bit. mm. Um, that said, everything else fucking hit it out the park. So
I think I can forgive it for the last ending for that
I'm
show. Like,
I'm literally like splitting hairs here, but I'm gonna give it 9.5 just because
9.5, I agree. Yeah.
I
just
think that's it. Like, there are a few things that could have made it better.
yeah,
So, like, I guess the logical thing is it's like a 9.9, 9.75, because there are a little few things here and there, and it would have been technically a better show.
I I think
But when you've put on the women's gauntlet match, the Tony Mariah match, the Tony Monet match, the Okada Omega match, and that ending,
mhm.
like,
I
that's why I'm giving it a 10,
yeah,
I think, because I felt so fulfilled at the end
yeah, like,
that
oh
like
yeah,
the stuff that I found faults in
like
don't
we,
matter.
like you go back to like if you told me 5 years ago the idea of a 7 hour wrestling show, I would have gone fuck off. I've gone through WrestleMania 35, fuck off.
yeah,
But I went through 7 hours of wrestling and I was so still emotionally attached and invested and just satisfied by the end of it. I'm like,
yeah. We were like literally when we were watching it, one of our friends was like, "This show's been like 6 hours. It's like it's going too long," and we were just kind of like, "Well, I'm still enjoying it, so that's a good thing, right?" And that's the main thing. If I, I'm with you. Like, if you had told me, "Oh yeah, the show's going to be fucking 6, 7 hours," I would have been like, "Oh fucking hell." But the fact that it was so like such an enjoyable show, yeah, great. Anyway, before we wrap this up, Ollie, last time before it happened, go.
yes, this Saturday, July 19th, Liverpool Games Fair is coming to Liverpool at the Blackie. Please come down. We've got an amazing day planned of board gamings, of social deduction, live comedy shows. It starts at 10 o'clock. It finishes at 9 p.m., 10 in the morning, finishes at 9 p.m. Tickets are still on sale. Get your tickets today. It's going to be an amazing day of games.
We're all
We've
going to be
got
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone's going to be there. There's going to be Clock Tower, there's RPGs, there's giveaways, there's a
There's a
raffle.
live clock tower with proper celebrities.
Yes, there's Blood in
And
the Clock Tower,
D&D.
Blood in the Clock Tower live. So if you're fans of John Gracie and Holly from NRB, they're going to be there.
And if you're a
We've got
wrestling fan, you probably know NRB.
we've got Mary Martin, Nerd Mentality. Joe Mayo's a writer, is involved with QI and done a bunch of other stuff. They're both at UK Expo this year. They're doing their own comedy show plus doing Clock Tower Live. We've got two local drag artists as well getting involved in Clock Tower Live. We've got games to give away from Ravensburger, from the guys that do the Shiver RPG. Yeah, just come for a fucking great day. Celebrate Pride and gaming with us. It's going to be incredible. Liverpool
Also,
Games Fair.
it's like, without doxing myself, it's like 50 yards from my front door. So,
Big doxing over there. Dox me at the start of the pod,
Stocks and Jones.
which
if
is
you want to
edited
find out,
out.
if you want to find out where I live, just hang around menacingly after you'll probably see me walk home.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll all be there. We'll be booking onto Clock Tower at some point in the day, once we can figure that out. Yeah, go get tickets now. It should be a very good time, and we'll be giving out stickers too. And on that note, we will see you all later. Thanks for putting up with 2.5 hours of us, almost as long as All In. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.